convinced there is a cat in his room.
I heard a cat. We all heard a cat. Cat is scary, so by approximation, it's cat. I think it was Sean would have known it's cat in his house.
Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se jude botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez, miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez, miércoles, jueves.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. What is wrong? I don't know what song's playing. I'm just going.
Whoa, I'm dizzy now. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy. Cass is actually there, but he's looking for a cat in his room.
That we all heard.
An apparently imaginary cat that we.
And now I hear an echo. Oh, it's fine. Never mind. I know why I hear an echo. There we go.
Echo.
Echo's my own problem. Sorry.
Echo. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for another exciting edition of Snee.
We are the knights who say
Snee. Snee.
Are you feline free, Cass?
Snee.
Yes.
Okay, it's in Sean's house now. That's the only other explanation.
Cool.
your
Rosie,
logic
are
is
you a
incredible
cat?
there.
Yeah.
I guess.
Did you meow?
No.
Okay. Well, it's not Rose.
Oh,
There.
there it is. We found it.
Found it. It was Rosie the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it getting to me. But it's like I know I'm not crazy because literally 2 other people heard it. So like I know there was a cat meow. I don't know where it came from. There was
I
definitely
literally
a cat
just
meow.
responded with, "What was that?" I didn't no idea what the fuck you guys were talking about.
I
Okay, 2 of
I
us heard it
was
then.
peeing, and I'm pretty sure that when I pee, it doesn't sound like meow.
I need to go to.
But Brandon and I are both cat owners, so we know the sound of a cat.
And you know the sound of your cats.
Damn, that didn't sound
My
like
cat's dead asleep.
Yeah.
She didn't meow.
Sleep meow.
She doesn't meow. She doesn't meow like she's fucking 5 months old either.
Meow.
You know what I mean? She's not like she meows like a fat cat with a giant belly. That's just weird.
Meow.
Wow.
I love her to death, but she's
Meow.
chubby checkers, man. I love her.
Meow.
Oh boy.
I love cats that have deep meows like that. It's great.
Meow. It's like, what's that, Brutus? Meow.
Brutus, I think you need to be the next intro host for Unsolved Mysteries.
I don't know why I laughed like that, but I just went.
Brutus, you laugh.
Nose hair. Yeah. So how's everybody doing this week?
All right.
Okay.
I've got a movie marathon tomorrow.
Woo!
12 hours
Oh
long.
my god.
My friend Alex, who anyone who's a veteran of my channel knows, I did a
know
few
Alex.
marathons with Alex a few years ago.
Yes.
We are doing a marathon.
Yay! What
Would you care to find out what weirdness I'm subjecting Alex to? Because that's
Oh,
what it is. It's
absolutely.
I'm showing this movie called Zodiac Killer.
Oh, I've heard of that one. It's supposed to be
This
good.
is a 1970s piece. The director of the film.
Oh, I
earnestly-
know which one that one. Yeah,
earnestly thought he was going to catch the Zodiac Killer by making this movie. He thought
Yes.
by making some inaccurate details about it that he would lure the Zodiac Killer because he'd be upset that we got things wrong about him.
That's right. I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
But it's terrible, but like in a gloriously entertaining way. It's wonderful. It's weird. It's awkward. It's badly shot and gloriously shot, and there's some just wonderful shots in it. Anyway, just good stuff. Next, we have a pair of Duke Mitchell films, Massacre Mafia style. If you've ever seen Pulp Fiction or anything by Quentin Tarantino, you probably need to see this movie because the opening sequence with Jules and Vincent talking in an elevator about some random bullshit right before doing some fucked up shit, that fucking happened in this. That's where that came from.
And speaking of Pulp Fiction, that kind of looks like Nicolas Cage on the cover there.
It's not. That's actually Duke Mitchell.
It's Nicolas Cage. It's
actually Duke Mitchell.
Nicolas
He's
Cage with a monobrow.
He's a lounge singer / movie director. He did 2 movies.
That's awesome.
That movie which came out, and then this movie that never came out until this Blu-ray, Gone with the Pope, about a guy who steals. No joke. Yeah, it'll be just lost for over 30 years. Gone with the Pope stars famed nightclub performer and Duke Mitchell as Paul, a paroled gangster with an unholy scheme to kidnap the Pope and charge $1 for every Catholic in the world as the ransom. That's the plot.
Okay.
And it's batshit insane. I can't wait to show it to him.
Excellent.
I heard the title of that earlier, and the title alone made me laugh.
Gone with the
yeah.
Pope. Yeah.
And we got Final Score, which is a zany, crazy action film.
Like
Some batshit insane stunts.
Nice.
And we're doing Lethal Hunter, which is by the same director as Final Score.
Nice. I like the covers
Another
on those.
Batshit insane. And we're going to cap it off with some junk food cinema that we are both familiar with just because it'll be tired. But we're watching Super Cop.
Super Cop. There you go.
And this edition is the Hong Kong Rescue edition, and this edition is, first of all, it's a bootleg.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's better than any Criterion that could probably come out for this title. It's got like 5 cuts of the movie.
Yeah, I remember you told us about Hong Kong Rescue before. They do a lot of good stuff that no studio will actually release.
They just can't. There's just too many rights issues with release. That's literally got every special feature from every DVD across the world with subtitles in English.
Wow, that's crazy.
Everything is on that disc. Every last thing.
But also, don't forget that the Criterion of Police Story 1 and 2 is coming out.
Yes,
God.
I will buy Police Story 1 and 2 for a 5th time.
Rob Jensen just said, picked up the complete series of the original TMNT today. Whoever designed that set needs to learn how to not cut corners and triple stack the discs.
Oof.
Wow. Ouch.
Okay, here's what you're going to do. Go online to search for a D_skin. One word. That's how you protect your discs from being scratched. It says you can use them inside your player. Do not use them inside your player.
Yeah.
You remove the D-skin before you put the disc in, but the D-skin will keep the discs from scratching each other. It puts a little plastic layer in front of it. So I've got about 2,000 of them.
The Criterion edition of RoboCop you sent me has one of those.
Yes.
I remember.
It's out of print, you know.
It's to
I'll protect it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had more. I need more, but that's what we want to do with something like that. You just de-skin it.
What?
It's 5 skins in a
What are you
pack.
talking about, Michelle? We did the music at the start, and I put the camera on early so you could see us all dancing.
Did you miss it? Did you walk away or
Did
something?
you walk away? Because
I'm
there
so
was
sorry.
most definitely both music and dancing.
She wasn't saying you didn't do it, dude.
He said she
What?
missed it. She said she missed. She feels cheated. I'm cheated. No music and dancing, which implies that he didn't do it, Stoud.
Oh.
Yes.
It's okay. I was about to side with Stoud, and I realized, no.
We didn't
Actually,
cheat you. You apparently cheated yourself.
we didn't mean for you to cheat yourself. It's on the
Oh,
VOD, I promise.
I have to go to the kitchen. I'll watch it on YouTube later. Apparently she has to go to the kitchen for 2 hours. Well, have fun, and we'll see you later. Well,
Maybe
if you see it on YouTube, you'll see that there was indeed music and dancing.
Maybe she has to like bake 10,000 cookies for a cookie sale tomorrow. I don't know.
You never know.
You see what,
Or maybe it's certain. That's saying it's Easter,
what you did?
so maybe that she has to start working on
Easter
Easter
dinner. Yeah.
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 and dessert and whatever else.
Yeah. That is
Sorry,
possible.
Justin. What?
Said you see what you did, Sean?
I
Scared her off.
by
Oh.
by trying to do what the viewers wanted and then they didn't see it.
All right, I'm tweeting about this, guys. I need you to go on Twitter and retweet me. This is how we're gonna make this shit work. We're just finding a goofy GIF. 1 second.
Reading about what?
Tweeting about this. What we're doing right
SNI.
now.
You know the thing that we're doing right now, Stoud, that you're on and part of?
Where am I?
I'm going to be tweeting it right now. The internet's best damn nerd dork geek chat is happening right now. Get in here and be weird with us. Tweet. Salacious Crumb is my
What's happening? Where is it?
I need retweets. Go retweet so the show can get more popular.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to find Twitter. Where is Twitter?
Water?
I
know where Twitter
don't
is.
know where all this new
Water.
young people stuff is.
While you're doing all that,
That's the R-rated Twitter.
I just wanted to mention.
Twatter.
That's the porn end of Twitter, right, Twatter? Sorry, what, Dustin?
I just wanted
Sorry,
to mention that I saw the first Purge last night,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't get all the hate. I
People
heard
hated it?
so many people saying that movie was terrible.
I haven't watched it yet.
I can't wait to see it. I need to buy it still.
Because like the last Purge movie that just came out.
I want to say, by the way, speaking
Yeah, a
of...
lot of people said it's terrible, but I watched it and it's actually pretty damn good. It's like a 7 out of 10, I'd say.
Wow,
All right.
that's
I
high.
trust you.
They also, speaking of The Purge, I found out the first season of the series of The Purge is on Blu-ray.
I need to get that too.
Yes.
I hear that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd like to. Well, it's done like on one of the streaming services, so there's like no censorship. It's just
I think it's on Amazon.
it's
if I'm not
just as
mistaken.
brutally violent as you want it to be. So, not watered down for TV.
That show could never have been on TV.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I can take it back. It could have been on AMC. AMC is like that, one of those channels, like
AMC.
cable network maybe, because
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
gore, right?
Yeah,
Nudity not so necessary. Gore probably necessary for that story.
yeah, definitely.
At least a little bit. At least be able to show violence. You know,
Yeah.
even if it's not gory violence.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a short season. It's 10 episodes, so yeah, I want to check it out. I'm not sure how it fits into if it fits into the canon of the movies or what, but I still want to see it. Want to see it? I want to see it. Yeah, I retweeted. Oh, everybody retweeted. Look at that.
Good. Thank you, guys.
People are retweeting from me.
This is how we do it. This is how we grow. We keep doing this.
We do it.
Randy retweeted. Oh, Blade 53, of course. Yeah, Blade 53.
And every time
Thanks,
Sean
Blade.
goes live, I need you all to craft things. Hey, I really like the streamer. You should come check him out, or something similar. That's how we grow this thing, man.
That's how it goes. Yeah,
For all of us, for
Make
fans of
it
any of us.
be
That's what I mean,
viral,
you know.
or as much as our limited audiences
Yeah.
can. Holy shit!
There's only so much that we as broadcasters can do. It's incumbent upon our hardcore fans to also spread our love.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14.
Really?
Copyright claims
Oh, I was
on,
retweets. I only see 3. So I was like, what? Really?
on my Batman Arkham Asylum streams.
Oh yeah, dude, that music.
Because of the fucking score. The
Yep.
score of the game. It's bullshit.
It's not that big a deal, honestly.
No, it's revenue sharing, but I mean, it's just annoying that
Yeah.
there's that many flags. Like every single cut of the score that's in the
Yeah.
entire game gets its
Yep.
own individual flag. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you,
Well, because
Warner.
here's the thing, every single one of those has different artists on it. So now it's easier for that guy to then divvy up revenue to all the people he owes royalties to, right? Because he owes 15 artists for this song, 4 artists for that one, and so that's kind of why they do it like that. It's really annoying. I admit. I'm just saying, but there's a reason. There's a madness, a method to the madness. You know.
Yeah. So anyway, when I chop that up into
Bookkeeping's easier.
YouTube videos, it should be a little more sane, 1 or 2 per video, but still, it's so annoying. So
Is your-
annoying.
Is your dick circumstanced? What does that mean? What does that mean?
What?
Someone just asked me on my fucking Curious Cat, is your dick circumstanced?
Circumstance.
Is your dick circumstanced? I'm like,
Yes, well, it has been involved in certain circumstances from time to time, sure.
I don't. How do I even respond to that?
I don't know.
Yes, no, maybe. I think maybe's the answer. I can neither confirm nor deny the circumstances in which my penis has been circumstanced.
Didn't I have what issue with BioShock?
The audio being flagged 15 million times.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Right. Yes, BioShock was another one. Yeah, because there's a lot of licensed songs in there, even though I figured because they were golden oldies from like 50 years ago, they wouldn't have bothered. But nope, apparently there's some of them are still owned by people. And then there's another one, Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse, in which the
Oh god, that fucking game though.
entire soundtrack is licensed music. So that just got flagged up the yin yang. Yeah, it's bullshit. I hate that shit. It's like, get with the times, people. People stream games.
It being
right?
flagged a million times it like immediately demoralized me to like not even bother doing the rest of it right away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to rush around to this.
Oh,
I should probably wait until I have more viewers to worry about making this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So annoying.
Strong said, are you not reading the Discord? We talked about this. It's where the wrestling chat goes. We talked in wrestling about it.
There's a board called Wrestling.
And then I posted a best of the early days of Dustin Rhodes to show proof of my statement. Because I've been watching a lot of old school wrestling the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah?
Last week or so. Yeah, a lot of it.
Cool. All right. Speaking of the Discord, we should check the news items for the week here. We got quite a lot.
Oh my god, we're going to be on show for so long. There's so many news
Well, let
items.
me do it because I can blow through these fairly quickly here.
I know. I'm just like, oh, good
I would
lord.
suggest skipping some of the ones you don't care about. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
So anything to do
Yeah,
with
there's
sports.
a lot of stuff.
Anything to do with sports. Got it. Okay. So trailer news. We got a sizzle reel of The Mandalorian. Well, we got a leak of it anyway. It showed up at some Star Wars event, but of course
It was
someone
only part
recorded
of
it and leaked it, and well, enough of it to see that it looks frickin' awesome. So
It does.
can't wait for us to get an official teaser of that so we can get a nice clear look at it. But it looks really good. Definitely promising. It's clear that Jon Favreau, who is heading up the project, is a massive Star Wars fan and really wants to do right by the lore. And can't wait. Can't wait. Mind you, Jon Favreau is just generally one of those directors/actors who I trust implicitly.
He's a great director.
Because I don't
know if I trust him implicitly, but I trust
He
him
did
pretty
Iron
highly.
Man. For fuck's sake, he
Look,
did
I
Iron
trust
Man.
him. I trust him pretty far. Like it has to look. The trailer has to look really bad for me to go, I don't know about this.
Yeah. Well,
Like, I'll
so
put
far,
a lot of his shit when
so
it comes to
far,
trailers.
The Mandalorian looks awesome, and I can't wait to check it out. So
I'd say like 9 out of 10 of the movies that I've seen I've liked. So I mean, you know.
Apparently, they released a second trailer for Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7, which is, I know a lot of people are really excited about because they wanted more Clone Wars. Which is interesting because Clone Wars was only originally intended to be about 100 episodes. They did 100 plus episodes with the original 5 seasons. People were up in arms about them ending it. So they did a 6th season of lost episodes, which basically are just various things that fit in various points of the continuity. And now they're doing another season, so they've gone far beyond what they originally promised, and then some. Now this is kind of interesting. So first we got a bombshell that the DC streaming service new live action series of Swamp Thing had had its production halted and cut down from 13 episodes to 10. And everybody's like, oh, what does this mean for the series? Like, does this mean, are we even going to get to see it? And then later the same day, DC released a teaser for Swamp Thing. It's like, wait a minute. So first you tell us that you cut the series down by 3 episodes, and then you release a teaser. So what? What's going on?
Someone brought up a good point. What they could have done is, as a writing staff, they could have looked at the last, like, say, 7 episodes or 6 episodes they had to film and go, we're a little tight in budget and time. Why don't we cut these 3 episodes? We'll take some of these story plot elements, we'll feed them into these other episodes, and we'll leave a lot of these maybe we'll leave these scripts for next season if we get renewed, right? So they may have made the choice. They may personally have made the choice to the production team with the writing staff to cut the scripts to increase the quality of the last couple episodes. Perhaps.
Possibly. Well,
that may have been a thing that happened.
Also, other shows. Like it seems to be 10 episodes is kind of like the sweet spot of episodes. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's enough. To
10, 13. That's the window, I think. Yeah.
Good length series. I know a lot of Netflix shows top out at about 10 episodes a season, and that seems to be a number that's worked well.
A lot of them are going to 6 and 8 episodes and having longer episodes, and some of them are going 12 episodes, having shorter episodes. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Netflix just goes with. Here you go, do your thing.
Whatever. Well, also, the nice thing is not being commercial television means they're not kind of strictly bound with the episode length. So they can have some a little longer, some a little shorter, whatever.
Oh, yeah, some of those, like...
whatever the story needs,
What's that show, the anthology sci-fi show?
Oh,
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, yeah.
Some of those episodes are like an hour and 7 minutes, and some of them are 45 minutes. It's like, there's like a variance in them. And,
like a wide
and I like that.
Yeah.
And I like that. The Netflix doesn't give a fuck how many episodes you have. Doesn't care about the length of the episodes. It only cares about, are people watching it? And when people watch it, how many episodes in one row do they watch? Is it keeping viewer retention?
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. And that's all they care about. As long as people are watching it, they'll renew it. They'll keep the show. They'll give you your money. They have a minimum threshold for it to be considered viable, I assume, in-house, Yeah. That's not the least, obviously.
Speaking of streaming, I did have one thing I wanted to add to the list of, already long list of stuff that we got to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's already heard about this or not, but Disney Plus has announced that they will not include Song of the South. We all kind of expected that.
Yeah.
And they will be editing, for some reason, they will be editing the original Dumbo.
Why?
There's some racist things in there with the crows and the stereotype. There's some... It was time and place. It's not appropriate now. I don't really care.
You're not wrong.
Historical context, people.
And I think there's a place to having both versions available. One with like we were talking about the World War II cartoons. A required, mandatory, unskippable intro that explains the context.
Yeah.
And how it's wrong now, and how Disney wants to be doing that now.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing.
So basically, hold on to your old DVDs and Blu-rays of Dumbo.
Idea of past release things are useful.
Now I have not heard of this comic. I think you heard of this comic though. But there was a Red Band trailer and some short teaser trailers released for the new Amazon Prime series based on the Grant Morrison comic book series entitled The Boys.
Okay.
Starring Carl Urban, might I add?
I know.
And
I was about to say that.
That sold me immediately.
I don't give a fuck whatever I'm about to say, what anyone's gonna say, no matter what anyone fucking says. Carl Urban is in this. You have to see this because Carl Urban will make everything better. Trust me. Second of all, the comic book is full of violent sex.
Yeah.
Lots of rape, coercion. One lady's forced to blowjob to become part of the team. Like, there's debauchery. Basically, it was written in a way that the writer wanted to make sure it got canceled, and it just kept getting more and more popular. And
Interesting.
I'm torn because one, the comics are so good because how fucking hardcore edgy they are.
Yeah.
And how hard, I mean, there's a line, like, and most people don't cross that line. The Boys takes the line, fucks the line unceremoniously against its will in the corner and laughs at it while it cries. That's what The Boys does. The Boys is fucked up.
Wow.
It's like second most fucked up, minus like the cross is like even more fucked up. But.
What I mean, the trailer was basically my first introduction to it, but what I gather the concept is that there's a bunch of superheroes around and they're all kind of assholes because they got their superpowers and they can just do whatever the fuck they want, and then this Carl Urban character is kind of about keeping them in check. but
what would happen if
quite
average
violently.
people were superheroes? It's what would happen if real people were superheroes? Or had
Yeah.
By the
superpowers?
way,
That
Not all
was,
of them are actually good people.
That was the
By the way,
impression I got, which seemed really
Powers-
interesting to me.
Powers is very similar to that concept,
Mm-hmm.
and all I could think while watching the trailer for The Boys was, this is what the Powers series should have been.
Yeah.
Well, Powers
This
is a
exactly
completely
what
different
Powers
beast.
should have been.
Powers doesn't push the line, fuck the line, and beat the line to death. Okay,
Powers goes more into
Powers
like
is
the political background.
Oh.
a
Okay.
completely different beast. It's like
This is more.
you can't compare them. They're both fruits, but one's an apple, one's an orange. They have different tastes,
So the
different warmth.
Boys is more about human nature, from the sound of it, and just
Uh,
kind of
more-
like
The more animalistic side of human nature. Yeah.
and how when you
And it-
got such power, the desire to keep it, civil, is less so. But
Yeah. Like I said, Crossed is even more. So like
Yeah.
on the level of fucked up comic books, like mainstream ones, like Kick-Ass is down at the very bottom of the totem pole, including the part where I made fun of rape.
Yeah.
You know, like that's pretty fucked up, right? Then there's The Boys, that's really fucked up, and then the Crossed, in which people are being fucked to death, and like these two people are like are arguing about like how they shouldn't trust these people, right? And because the Crossed is about this infection that causes people to go fucking insane and like they want to fucking kill and everything. That's they want to fuck or kill, and that's it.
Just brings out all those base
Yeah.
urges.
Uncontrollably so, like
Yeah.
28 days later with a heart on.
Okay.
But so
That
these
should be
two
the
people are
tagline.
arguing. We shouldn't trust these people. Blah blah blah. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, but no, it's fine, it's fine." And then as they're being fucked to death, she's staring at him and saying, "This is all your fault." They're
Wow.
literally being fucked to death, like being stabbed and fucked to death.
Wow.
And she's yelling at him, "It's your fault."
Wow.
Like this. That's one panel of this comic of the very first arc, and it's been going for like a decade, I think.
So
There's some really fucked up
so,
shit.
So carrying on your actual train of thought there, and then the Boys
That's it.
falls
That's-
somewhere.
In the middle between Kick-Ass and Crossed.
Oh, okay, so somewhere in
It's
there.
fucked up, but it's
Okay.
not like fucking people to death with knives.
So it's-
fucked up.
Yeah. So
I mean, like a guy has like a knife strapped to his dick and he wants to fuck somebody with
So
it.
anyway,
It's like fucked
The
up shit.
Boys is coming to Amazon Prime. I posted the trailer in our Discord in the comic book section, so check that out if you swing by our Discord.
I can't imagine the show going to be being even remotely as hardcore as the comic. That's what I was gonna say.
Did you watch the trailer? Did you see
Yes.
the trailer? Okay.
Yeah, but it's not even remotely. It's a fucking pinky toe in the shallow one, my friend.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I mean, it still looks like they're pushing it a lot harder than what we've seen in other superhero shows.
It's gonna be the most
So.
edgy fucking superhero show you've ever seen.
Yeah. Cool. I'm definitely going to check it out. I mean, on the basis of I think the concept is interesting, and of course Carl Urban. So
Yes, if you're
Carl Urban, I'm
yeah.
there.
the comic is not for everybody.
No. Well,
The
that's
comic.
yeah.
The Boys is not nearly as hardcore crazy. The comic, The Boys, I think, is definitely more readable by people.
Yeah.
Like,
By
humans
actual
can read
humans.
Cross is just like every wanton gore sex thing you've ever wanted in a comic is there. Ugh. Someone's quite disgusting and someone's disturbing.
So
Even my standards.
we got our second trailer for the Child's Play remake. We actually get a bit more of a look at Chucky or Buddy or whatever they're calling him.
Buddy.
And we got at least a brief line of dialogue of Mark Hamill as Chucky. So there you go.
Not enough to convince me it's going to be any good, but the fact that Mark Hamill plays him, like, now I want to see it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, it does not look good at all.
It looks like at best a 6 out of 10. At best.
I would be lucky. I'd be happy if it was a 6 out of 10.
At best, I think we will enjoy Mark Hamill's vocal performance.
I think at the worst, because of Mark Hamill's involvement, I think the worst it'll be is a 5 out of 10. I don't think it can be like just because he will be enjoyable.
Yeah.
He will
Yeah.
save everything of that movie
Yeah.
to an enjoyable level, but I don't know. It's gonna be pretty bad, I think.
I could already see, though, just in the trailer, a few, like, hints at some of the plot points they might be going for.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, not only have I seen that a million times, but that's stupid.
It sounds
They
like
might, but
it's
that might be a red herring, though. You never
It's
know.
essentially
Yeah,
if
sure.
Alexa was a My Buddy doll. So, and then
And
went crazy
some of that
and
might be
killed
red
everybody.
It's in the trailer, so it could be red herrings. They could be
See,
smarter
now
than that.
I'm
They could
kind
be-
of wondering about how they
things.
got away with calling it Buddy, considering the original was
My
a
buddy.
horror take on My Buddy.
My buddy.
Perhaps because they had probably own the company. They're probably a mega company with the.
Well, I think
Toy company?
No, I
They
don't think that's
changed
it
the
at
name
all.
too. It's Buddi.
It's with an I instead.
That's
so
how they do
That's
it.
why I was saying, like, I think they're really riding a line there. I mean, it's not like My Buddy is looking to make a big comeback anytime soon, but still, that is,
I bet you,
My buddy.
they were toying with the idea of casting a female. I bet you anything. And that's why they kept it androgynous with the I. Plus,
Okay.
then they can play off the iPhone thing. But
okay.
I'm telling you, I bet you they were thinking about it.
I don't know. Anyway, movie TV news, pretty big one for fans of this particular show. It's been going for a little while. The wait of almost 2 years is finally over, and we got the first episode of the final season of Game of Thrones.
Which I've not watched yet,
I have watched it. I will say nothing.
obviously.
But yeah, I definitely like what I saw. There was a few tears shed already.
The book's not out, so is it
But-
going to be different? I'm confused.
I don't know. Well, my understanding is years ago, George R. R. Martin had a feeling that the show would end up catching up to the books at some point and moving past them. So it was either a matter of put the show on hold while he finishes writing the books, or let the show finish the story even though the books aren't out. So what he did was he sat down in like a closed secret meeting with the creators of the show and laid out the plot for the last couple books.
Whoa.
So they know all the major events that happen, and they've been keeping it to themselves and basically writing scripts based around those events. Now, that said, it's not exactly as it'll play out in the books because the show did change a few things along the way. So, but I think a lot of the broad strokes are going to be much the same. So, yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So he sat down and let them know. So I'm hoping that we get the 6th book at some point. Like, he's been writing it literally for the entire length that the show's been on the air.
Never gonna get it.
He took time off.
Yeah.
He literally took a vacation, which I totally applaud. And I was like making fun of him because
Yeah.
he's out in the fucking like in his backyard and he's got like a fucking Hawaiian shirt on. he's sunning and they're like hard at work on the new novel. Like that's the memes everywhere. I'm like
he
that's brilliant.
loves. Well, also I think he takes delight in trolling the fans a little bit too, because
Because he's a good dude,
he knows
man.
they're all waiting and stuff, and he
Yeah.
likes to play with them because.
I would
I
too.
mean, when it finally does come out, it's going to be awesome, and everybody's going to be just picking it apart to death for the next.
You know he's
8
got
years.
writer friends. Like we're here like this, right?
Yeah.
He's got writer friends and are like, hey George, you should go and make sure the paparazzi see you sitting outside doing fucking nothing at all. Like, oh,
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
great idea.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out there on his phone talking to his friends. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see the paparazzi. Yeah, they're thinking I'm doing fucking nothing. This is great. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You know he's out there just fucking with them.
Yeah.
He literally just like, let me bend over and put my ass towards them. Oh, geez, I think my ass crack on my ass crack. Wiggle the ass crack out. You know, like he's
So-
he's on the phone with his friend doing this whole thing. You know it.
Okay, so Variety reported, this is actually all over the place. Apparently James Gunn is eyeing John Cena to join the cast of the new Suicide Squad movie. Nobody knows what character he'd be playing, though, but just that he's going to be in it in some capacity. So
I would tell you right now, I want him to be KG Beast. He's the perfect build for KG Beast.
Okay. I don't know that character, but I'll
And the
take your
KG
word
Beast doesn't say a lot of words,
for it. Okay.
so
Alright.
I'm just saying it would be a good role for him. And that
Cool.
would be really fucking cool. I like the KG Beast.
All right, cool.
One of the few characters that man consciously, willingly took the choice to kill. But it didn't work, but of course, because, comics.
Okay. All right, so Sony announced that Spider-Man Far From Home, the first MCU film post-Endgame, has moved, so officially does take place after Endgame, has moved release dates from July 5th to July 2nd. Put in the thing, July 2nd. Also, Feige confirmed that this film will be the end of Phase 3. So that will be the official end of Phase 3. So not
The
an
end of the Infinity Saga.
well, actually, and the
What a
Infinity
Jeff
Saga.
ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm so excited.
They
Can't
call
wait
the
to see it.
movie Endgame, and it's not even the end.
Shut the fuck up. There's an epilogue.
Yeah, exactly.
2.5 hour superhero extravaganza.
After only 2 seasons, Disney has officially canceled the X-Men TV series The Gifted. Well, we kind of figured stuff like that was going to happen. Anything Fox Marvel related was going to get canned. It is unknown at this time if the show will continue on the company's streaming service. Yeah, so it's done, sadly. I liked The Gifted. I still have to watch season 2, but I really liked season 1, so...
Michael, just because the KG Beast was in Batman vs Superman doesn't mean they can't fucking use him. It's a different movie, different universe. It's a whole new thing. They can do whatever they want. There's no ties to the other universes. James Gunn already said this. Sorry. Someone was telling me that they can't do KG Beast. Yeah, it's not a sequel. It's its own thing.
Are you sure?
Because DC is rebooting with Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad.
Okay.
That's their new universe.
Well,
the new start of it.
Kinda. My understanding was they're not completely disowning the old things. It's just not going to be as in your face with the continuity and connections between them as it was before.
Them soft saying, well, it's definitely in a series, but they're not related. Is basically what they're saying. Come on.
Well, I mean, because to be fair, I was talking about this. I was talking about this with one of the viewers the other day. Was I mean, you look how they do it in the MCU. Like in the MCU, yeah, I mean, you can come in and watch them in almost any order. You know, I mean, obviously you'll get more if you watch them in order, but you can watch them in almost any order because a lot of the like standalone ones just kind of have passing references to the continuity, but are still more or less standalone films. And I think that's more what they're going for with the DCU rather than... Because, I mean, you look at Batman versus Superman, they were just, like, throwing it in your face through the whole thing. Like, look, we got all these... It's a totally shared universe. Look at all these references to Man of Steel and references to Wonder Woman and references to Justice League. We haven't even made those other movies yet, but we're already referencing them. You know, they were just, like, going crazy with it. And then... And everybody was like, what the hell are you doing, DC? Like, just chill. Do a couple of solo movies first. Like, why are you trying to shove everything into this one movie? And then now they seem to calm down, and they're kind of getting more on track with, you know, the way the MCU does it, which is what they should have done.
Yeah, dude.
To begin
like,
with.
it's gonna be its own thing. It's all right. We're getting. It's a soft reboot, like Bumblebee, where they're like, yeah, it's part of the previous universe, but it's not really part of the previous universe. Trust me.
I don't know.
It's gonna be, and if they're all successful, they're just not gonna mention those other movies. They're not gonna disavow them directly. They're not gonna directly contradict them. They're just gonna not mention them.
Well, I don't know. It remains to be seen. We'll see what kind of connections there are, if there are any.
Yeah, it's my speculation, obviously.
Yeah.
And I guess some podcast somewhere said that John Cena will be replacing Batista, but I'm like, that's a definite downgrade.
No.
And I don't think that's happening.
No.
Unless there's a contract issue. I don't know, between Marvel and DC. I don't know how that works. There might be a contract issue that may not be in anyone's control. I don't know. But
I don't know.
But
Weird.
It would be great to have them both in the movie. There's no reason why they can't be both in the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So here's what we were talking about before. It's very shrouded in secrecy, but I think it could be along the lines of what you were saying. Basically, just because of quote creative decisions, WB Television has reduced the number of episodes for season 1 of DC's Swamp Thing from 13 to 10, much to the surprise of everyone involved. So, yeah. So it could be much like what you were saying. It's like, we might be better just to tell this story in 10, just kind of tighten it up a bit. And
maybe move these loose threads.
Move these to the next season, yeah.
Yeah, move the Rain story to the next season, move the loose threads to these other episodes.
The good news was, of course, we were all afraid that meant we weren't going to get to see the show and that it had just been flat out canceled before it was even out of the gate. But that doesn't seem to be the case.
It's a callback.
But that doesn't seem to be the case.
It's called a callback. We came back around to it. Chill.
Yeah.
It's all good, guys.
So, we, yeah, no, it's just I'm going through the list of news items here, and that's where it was on the list. There was 2 Swamp Thing items separated.
I was talking Suicide Squad 2, also Strong Sad.
So, yeah.
Okay. Congratulations for pointing that out. I was 2.
So it was, yeah. Anyway, I'm just happy. I'm really excited to see this Swamp Thing series because apparently, first I got Derek Mears as Swamp Thing, who I think is great. I've always enjoyed him as a character actor, and he was Jason in the Friday the 13th remake, and he's done a lot of other stuff. He was in the Twin Peaks revival as the leader of like a gang of criminals, and what are you doing?
Oh, hey, kitty.
And so anyway, yeah, I look forward to seeing his performance as Swamp Thing. And plus,
I mean, I had no problem with the casting. You know, I'm good with it.
I was going to say, plus I understand they're basing it more on the Alan Moore run, which is something we have not seen adapted yet. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that.
They better. It's literally the most iconic version of Swamp Thing. When anyone thinks about it, they think of two things: the movie and Alan Moore.
Yeah.
Those
I think
are
of
the two things.
I think they think of the Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson version, which is
not as many people as you would expect think.
Yeah.
Most of the people think Alan Moore. Because
Well.
that's the one that they've been shoved in their face for long. There's been very little reprints of the classic Swamp Thing.
No,
There've been a million
wait,
reprints of it.
No. There's actually been just as many of the first 10 issues, the original Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson issues.
All right, you're right. The first 10 issues, you're right. But
Not
there's
the
been more,
entire classic run, but those first.
There's been more Alan Moore.
those
Almost the
first
entire run
10
of Alan Moore has
issues.
been reprinted over and over again for the last 15 years.
Yeah,
so
it has.
That's one thing.
But
It's been a very popular seller.
It's basically been the first 10 issues of the original and the Alan Moore series have had. I'd say if you did a count, you'd see about an equal number of reprints. Like they both.
I bet you Alan Moore's been reprinted twice as often.
No, not even close. Not even close.
Someone gets to figure that out because I'm too lazy to.
The original run has been reprinted several times in both individual comic form and in trade paperback form.
I'm sure we can type in Roots of Swamp Thing and Swamp Thing into the comics DB, and it'll just tell us all the different editions.
Well, the first I ever saw of the original was a reprint series called Roots of the Swamp Thing. Actually, it was a it was a 5-issue reprint series on deluxe Baxter paper of the original 10 issues, and I had like 2 issues of it. I just read them over and over. I thought they were amazing. And then I had a few random issues of Saga, pre-Alan Moore, and then later I got the 7 volumes of, or 6 or 7, I think 6 volumes of the Alan Moore run. I was like, wow, I can see why this is
Apparently,
so
your title still says you're Batmaning.
amazing. What?
You're
It does. How did that happen?
How did that happen? I updated
How did that
that.
happen? It was
I don't know.
different before.
I updated it like 6 times.
Did you update it in? Oh, wait, did you update it inside
Oh
your
no,
broadcaster?
I didn't.
That's
That's why.
That's your problem.
Can you
Yep.
change that? Because I can't actually get to that screen
Sure.
where I am here.
Not a problem. I actually can, in fact, change that.
Damn it.
Give me 1 second.
Thanks for letting us know.
Thanks,
Yeah, dude.
guys. Yeah, for those watching on YouTube, I was playing Batman Arkham Asylum prior to the stream here. And, you'll be seeing the playthrough of that on YouTube next month.
let's see here.
It'll be right after the 2 Telltale games.
You are in just chatting.
Sorry, Twitch.
I damn it,
Next month
just
will be in
chatting.
May.
We uncheck this. Uncheck this. Oh no, actually, I want to keep that one. Fuck.
Let's go
I got it. Don't worry. No.
Tags.
I accidentally removed no spoilers. That's my mistake.
All right, no, keep that one.
And we want comics. And we want pop culture.
Do they have a comics and pop culture tag?
No, they have 2 separate groups: comics and pop culture. 2 different tags.
Okay.
So
In
that's
the
your
tags?
sad-
Those must be
Yeah,
new.
2 different tags.
Those must be
No,
new.
they've been around for about 6 to 8 months at least.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know
you
that.
should read your emails, dude.
Well, I just read through the
Yeah.
I occasionally read through
Nerdy.
the entire list of tags, and I didn't see those on there.
Dorky chat. Oh, it's there. But no, you didn't.
Sounds like a person.
I,
Nerdy
well,
dorky
I
cat.
didn't see them in there, so.
Update.
So,
Yeah,
dude,
the update should be pushing through. Give it a minute, guys.
Not a fan of the Didions behind Affleck's Batman. The Didions? What are
Didion?
Didions? He in the role is great, but like making him kind of frankly a murderous scumbag who brands people. Oh. The branding?
It's based on Dark Knight Returns. It's based on that evil, that totalitarian Batman. It's a dark vision of him. Like that's
Yeah.
people are like, oh, that's not like Batman. Like I agree, that's not the classical thing of Batman, but that's not out of Batman's purview. He's been written like that in the past in multiple versions.
Well, the thing is,
mainstream wise too.
yeah, I mean, there's
Right.
been a lot of different sort of takes on the character over the years.
Azrael Batman. Is
Some
pretty
he's
good.
very anti-killing people, others he's not anti-killing people. Some he's anti-guns, some he's, he will use a gun from time to time.
In continuity,
But-
he's fired a gun a few times. It's only last resort, to be fair.
Well, look
But-
at actually in the Dark Knight Returns, he's using a frickin' sniper rifle.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
know?
he will use it when he needs it to, because
Yeah.
but he doesn't kill if he doesn't have to. Even when he shoots the gun, most of the time he's shooting to wound.
Yeah.
You know, he's shooting legs, arms, stomachs. He doesn't try to shoot faces. You know, so it's like even when he's using a gun, he tries to be, as careful with it as possible.
When did he brand people in the cut? Well, also bear in mind,
Okay,
it's
you want to hear about the Okay, I got it right here. It's called Nightfall.
Yeah.
Azrael Batman. Asbats branded people. Okay, Asbats did that. That's a version of Batman. Regardless if you like it or not, in the comics, Batman branded people.
Yeah.
Multiple Elseworld stories has them branding people. It's not something out of Batman's purview.
Yeah.
It's not a common element.
But hold on. So I was going to say, also bear in mind, the Batman we see in Batman vs Superman is still kind of early days. Like
Yeah.
Superman is still early days. So he's still kind of finding his thing that he's going to do, and he changes his tune by the end of it. He stops branding people.
It's
And
about
he cuts back on the sort of brutality of his methods and just focuses more on.
He learns from Superman.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the thing. That was part of his arc. That was part of
Yeah.
his.
God forbid a character has a heart. Oh my God.
Yeah. So he starts off being more brutal and flawed and, not clear on his mission. And Superman helps him to find his way, and he helps Superman to find his way. I mean, that's part of their dynamic, their friendship. It was handled a little clumsily in the movie, but the main beats were there as to what
Look.
it should be. They kind of keep each other in check.
I like Zack Snyder's films, but he has the grace of a angry man with a baseball bat. There's no way of finessing with that. The movies are brutal in your face. These are the kind of films he does. He shouldn't have been doing Batman, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And just or Superman for that matter. But
Yeah, it seemed an odd choice. Like for stuff like Watchmen and 300, I think he was perfectly suited for those.
it was
That's-
perfect for Watchmen. I thought he
Yeah.
did great with that.
Yeah, so
Everyone's
did I.
calling him like he's a shit person. I'm like, dude, he's like done all these other great movies. He's just had a
Yeah.
bad run. It's okay.
Yeah.
And they're not even bad movies. They're just
No.
not his forte. And so it kind of comes out, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, exactly.
He's
But,
also probably a little tired of doing those kinds of like big blockbuster movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bet
Okay.
he wishes he could do his own damn thing.
Right.
Right, it's an Elseworlds tale, guys. It's not actually Batman. It's a
Well,
future distant Batman.
Strong said, I have not actually had the chance to sit down and watch anything Batman Beyond. So I
Yeah.
probably won't be talking about the movie until I actually have the chance to sit down and watch the series as well. Because
One day.
I want to just watch everything Batman Beyond at some point. But
It's a good show. It's not my favorite,
Yeah.
but it's a good show.
But I'm sticking more with the ones that are kind of call it the traditional Batman rather than the alternate takes. There's be a few Elseworld stories in there, like I'm gonna do Gotham by Gaslight and Batman Ninja and stuff, and Batman Unlimited and stuff like that. But
Batman Unlimited. Oof.
but
It's a show for younger audience, and this shows.
I kind of I expect that going in. I've got the first.
It's not the worst version of Batman. It's not
Yeah.
the Batman. That is offensive.
I've got
Those changes were offensive.
I've got the first two movies, and I've got the third one, which sadly didn't get a Blu-ray release, only DVD, on its way. That was my Amazon
now.
gift card purchase this month.
Someday it'll get a Blu-ray, maybe. Fingers crossed.
I don't know. So, let's see here. Carrying on here, we've got blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, the late, great Stan Lee is set to receive a brand new documentary helmed by four-time MCU directors, the Russo brothers. Should be pretty cool. Definitely look forward to that. So I'm guessing it'll be like the story of his life kind of thing.
I see. So they decided they didn't want to do any more Avenger movies. They want to do like things that are important to them. They want to do something about Stan. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. I look forward to seeing that.
Now, can we get one about Jack too, Kirby and Ditko? Because like those,
Who's that?
they're Kirby and Ditko are probably equally as important as Stanley in the creation of the Marvel Universe.
I know.
I'm just gonna, for those who don't know.
Just a little aside here. Speaking of the MCU, in a recent AMA on Reddit, Sam Rockwell stated that he'd be happy to reprise his role as Justin Hammer within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I would absolutely welcome that.
Marvin Cinematic.
The good old Marvin universe. I love that.
Marvin Comics is my favorite, man.
But yeah,
Marvin.
I really like the character Justin Hammer. I think he's a perfect kind of foil for Tony Stark in that he's
Remember
also
that
a big
cartoon show, The
industrialist.
Marvin Superheroes? Sorry, I had to
Marvin
do one more.
Superheroes, yeah.
I had to do one more. I'm sorry.
That's right. Yeah, I had actually forgotten about that because I hadn't seen I think it was Iron Man 2 in quite some time. So it was great to see that and see his character and such. And I thought he was a great kind of foil, kind of Weasley industrialist slime bag. And yeah, I would love to see him reappear. So maybe we'll get to see more Justin Hammer. Birds of Prey and the fabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn has wrapped filming. Raptor's note, yes, that's the whole title as of right now. Wow. Okay, I thought he was just having us on. So Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Okay. So
That's a bit of a mouthful there.
that has wrapped filming. No idea when it's coming out, but pretty cool. I look forward to that. I liked the old Birds of Prey from like 20 years ago. But yeah. I'm sure they're not going to keep that as the full title, Michael. Come on.
I would love it if they did. Are you kidding me?
The title's just too damn long.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we are. Yeah, I know you, Stoud, were just losing your mind over this. In a recent interview, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy teased that Disney is developing something related to the classic RPG Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
It's probably a Disney Plus series.
She said, yes, we are developing something to look at. Right now, I have no idea where things might fall, but we have to be careful that there is a cadence to Star Wars that doesn't start to feel like too much. There you go.
My personal hope, like this is my long shot, all right?
Mm-hmm.
My praying and putting it out there into the universe. This is the Rian Johnson trilogy.
Oh,
This is Rian Johnson's movie trilogy. He's doing Knights of the Old Republic.
That would be cool.
That would be fucking amazing.
And that could be, you know, a series that would not kind of step on any continuity going on with the regular series as well. So,
yeah.
So that's a possibility. Yeah. And Michael says, no, I doubt it. With not based on anything at all other than his own personal opinion. Okay.
I mean, it's definitely not likely, but I'm hoping.
No. I don't know.
Like I said, though, the first thing I said is probably a Disney Plus streaming series.
Probably that would be
I'm
my
just
first
hoping
guess. Would be a Disney Plus
it's
streaming
movie.
series. Yeah. But I don't know. Is the Rian Johnson trilogy still happening? Like, do we even know? Have we heard anything about that?
Not really.
Because I know
we've
that.
heard some people speculating it's not going to happen anymore,
Yeah.
but then no actual evidence that it's
No.
not happening
But then
anymore.
is that based on anything factual, or is it just their personal dislike of the man? You know,
Yeah, who
because they
knows?
didn't like The Last Jedi, therefore everything Rian Johnson is tainted.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Anyway,
The people who piss me off the most who don't like Rian Johnson are the people who literally have never heard of the movie Brick. They've never even fucking heard of it.
Oh, Brick.
Like,
yeah.
oh, you hate Rian Johnson, but you've never seen Brick? Go fuck yourself. Go
All I
fuck
heard
yourself.
was go fuck yourself. Who's getting fucked?
People who say they hate Rian Johnson, but they've never seen Brick.
What the fuck? Why would you hate
Actually,
Ryan Johnson? He
Ryan-
Brothers Bloom, Brothers Bloom, and what the fuck was the
hell is
Blade Runner
Richard
movie they did?
tonight?
Was it
We
Mute or
can't
whatever?
speak. Brian Johnson and
Brian.
the Marvin Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
Marvin.
Brian Johnson and
Brian
shitting all
Johnson
over
directing the
What
Marvin
was it?
Marvin
And you
Cinematic
just
movie.
said one, Stout. What was
Oh, was it movies or something like that?
Movies?
Or those like bad movies.
Movies.
You should
I love
I
those
was
Getting
going
late.
to say film, and then I went. I'm not.
Oh, you
going-
would
it just came
foovie.
out Foovie.
movies. That's what it was. I love those movies by Brian Johnson about the Marvin Cinematic Universe.
The Marvin Cinematic.
That's okay. I just went to search for system cleaner,
Uh-huh.
and I wrote system cleaner.
Yes.
We
Okay.
can English, ladies and gentlemen. We can.
I do type
English.
like that all
We
day
have
long.
read anguished English.
I
yes.
was gonna say.
Actually,
English English. Yes.
so I was gonna say, Sean. Speaking of like verbal typos,
Oh dear.
I was looking through old pictures and I saw the screenshot I took of the time I was trying to give you a Domino's pizza code,
Oh no.
and I just kept misspelling it horrifically. I like pasted it in the chat, and then I wrote Domin's code,
Domans.
and then I
Are you
corrected
sure
it,
this is
and then I
correct?
said Doinaso.
Doinaso.
How can you trust that that code is even correct at that point?
I know, right? Doinaso.
I think I got
Oh.
the code right, just not the name of the place it was for.
Oh boy, I love Doinaso pizza. That's the best.
It's like it's that local joint, right? Doinaso.
Almost as good as Domans.
It's that other local.
Let's not order from Doman's tonight. Let's get Doinaso.
Let's get Doinaso. You know,
Okay,
Local
Domino's.
joint, Domino's.
Okay, so
is
I'm
forever
designing.
going to
I'm
be
designing.
Doinaso now.
I'm designing custom mats for my wrestling federation and Fire Pro Wrestling,
Uh-huh.
right? And I'm doing fake sponsors, and I'm doing a Domino's knockoff of Doinasos. Thank you.
Doinasos, there you go.
If you can spell that in cram chat for me,
Be
so I
like-
can know how you want
Yeah.
that spelled, sir. If you came up with it.
Let's see. Apparently, Mike Myers is set to star and play multiple roles in a new comedy series exclusive to Netflix.
Oh,
There will be 6 half-hour episodes. Then that's all we know
bravo!
on that one. So, yeah, good.
Finally, Mike Myers doing something new.
Look,
I'm glad.
Look,
He
man.
didn't have to, but yeah.
I'm glad that he is finally. I've missed his just regular comedy stuff, you know. And
it's like, can we do the same thing with Eddie Murphy? Can he do a show where he does all the characters? Because that was like the best part of the Clumps, right? Is
oh
that
my
he,
god,
like,
yeah. Well, and
that was like the only reason why you want to watch that movie is because he plays all the fucking characters and it's amazing.
well, the Clumps and the Nutty Professor, which the Clumps is a spin-off of, and
Yeah.
of course Coming to America, where he did that. It was him and Arsenio Hall played like
Yep.
a shit ton of different characters in it, and some of them so convincingly you didn't even know it was him.
I know.
like-
I didn't know it for years. Actually, I didn't know.
Yeah.
The one that got me, and I
I-
think got everybody, was he was the old white Jewish guy in the barber shop.
Now I kind of wow, Jesus Christ. Now I kind
Yeah.
of want both Mike Myers and fuck
Me
Eddie
too.
Murphy to do a show together. I
Oh
want
my
to do a show
God.
together
Where
where
they're
they
all
just
cool.
there's no other cast members, just those two people.
Where they're both
Writing,
playing like
directing,
all
starring.
the characters.
Yes.
So
Holy
they take
shit.
turns being the
I'm
writer,
here
the
for
director,
this.
and the star.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
the most brilliant thing I think I've ever come up with. Feel free
Absolutely.
to pitch that to Netflix as long as someone gives me credit for that shit.
There you go.
I want a
Eddie
jewel,
Murphy
damn it.
and Mike Myers as
At
everybody.
one point, I'm not even asking for a lot.
Fantastic. Let's see here. Kevin Feige. How the hell do you pronounce his last name?
Fahey. God.
Fahey.
Fahey. Kevin
Leahy with an F.
Kevin Feige, okay, commented that when Disney purchased Fox and the conversation of Deadpool came up, Disney CEO Bob Iger said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As it pertains to right now, there aren't any plans to change the Deadpool series, and Ryan Reynolds will be coming back for Deadpool 3 and so
Yeah.
on.
They have a whole other universe with characters for kids, you know?
Yeah. And it's going to stay R-rated and foul-mouthed as it
And
should be.
I'll tell you what, you want another non-rated R-rated one? Okay, we'll do another one.
Yeah.
Just keep doing that.
Exactly.
You want to be charged
I
twice?
think,
Okay.
like we've been saying all along, is that Disney are not stupid. They know what they're buying. They've already said they're going to do more Alien movies, and they're going to stay R-rated and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be much like what Disney was.
Please let Ridley Scott do his last movie, please.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be much like what Disney was doing back in the 80s, where they had a couple of other branding, like sub-studios, all under Buena Vista, but not with the Disney branding. So they had like the big one was Touchstone, which was their adult line. So it was all their R-rated stuff would go under Touchstone. So maybe they'll just bring Touchstone back. You know, I mean, it's their brand.
You really don't
You
have
just leave
to
it as
worry
Fox,
about it
too.
when it comes to
We'll
Disney.
leave it as Fox. Yeah.
Like, I guess there are some things you have to worry about with Disney because they'll cut things out of movies if they're not friendly enough.
Yeah.
Usually, though, almost always, almost exclusively, it's their own fucking movie.
It's their own.
If it's something that came from another fucking studio, they usually leave it alone.
Yeah.
And they put it out
Because
with their subsidiaries
yeah.
like Touchstone.
Yeah.
Because that's the
They
thing.
release it.
They only fuck up things that say Disney or on them. That's it. They didn't generally fuck with anything else. That's the thing they have to have the Disney brand. Because Disney has to be PG, has to be clean,
Yeah.
has to be
Yeah.
PC.
It has like certain.
That's what they.
stigma
That's what they
attached to it,
promised. There's a promise they have given to the general public with their brand that they will always be clean, friendly, and PC. Okay, regardless if you agree with that or not, that's what makes them money, and they're never gonna stray away from that. You know?
Important question in the chat there, Skinslip. What is that you're eating? Looks good. Oh, I thought there was some kind of peanut buttery thing. Oh, nice. Peanut butter egg.
Mhm.
Sweet. I love Reese's.
I'm gonna regret this in about 2 hours.
I regret nothing. Let's see here. Due to popular demand, North Bergen High School in New Jersey will put on an encore stage performance of Ridley Scott's Alien on April 26th, coinciding with Alien Day. That was the one that the high schoolers did the whole thing. And
And
so-
Fox was like,
I watched some
everyone's like,
clips
"Oh,
of
Fox is gonna sue him," and Fox was like, "We don't give a shit."
yeah.
It's
We're
cute.
too busy
that,
being
and it
bought by
was-
Disney to care right now.
It's cute, and dude, suing them or telling them they couldn't do it would be such bad press. There's no way they
I
would have
know.
said no.
I know.
Oh no, yeah.
They're way too smart about their image.
Yeah.
Like I
Way
said,
too
and then
smart.
like I said, the little clips, the like little handy cam videos of parents or whatever
Mm.
that I saw that they posted online, it was incredibly impressive. Like
Yeah.
set design and the way the characters looked was just like
Mm-hmm.
you would go to like
It's-
Broadway and see shit like this.
It was
Wow.
so cute too.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, just saying.
That's
Like, oh,
excellent.
the kids are playing it. Ah!
The Curse of La Llorona. No, I don't know how to pronounce that. La
Curse of
Llorona.
La Llorona.
La Llorona. The sixth entry in the Conjuring movieverse. Yes, it is a part of the Conjuring movieverse. Hit theaters this week. I want to see it just because A, it's part of the
Oh, boy.
Conjuring universe, and B, I've actually always wanted to see a film based on that old folklore story.
There have been a few actually.
There have
you
been
know.
a few.
Yes.
And there's one DVD specifically from Casa Negra,
Mm-hmm.
a Spanish film or a Mexican film
Mhm.
adaptation of it, and with English subtitles.
Cool.
Seth Angel with the correct pronunciation, by the way.
La Rona. La Rona.
La Llorona.
La
Llorona.
Llorona.
Okay. I would
Whenever
not
you
have
see,
guessed
if
that.
it's
La
Spanish,
Llorona.
if
Llorona.
it's Spanish and you see two L's at the beginning,
Yeah.
The year?
it's a Y.
It's a
Yeah.
Y.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That's good
I
to
did not know this.
I also did not know that. I learned something today.
Not my first language.
I was gonna
Hell,
say,
English
Okay, so
isn't either.
the first time I ever heard of that particular legend was a couple of years ago when I was looking at just random Halloween-related things on YouTube. And a couple of them were walkthroughs of haunts that various people had done. Some of them were, just kind of independently done ones, and some of them were, I think it was Universal Studios had done one. They would do like a
Yep.
Halloween one every year. So this was one, I believe it was one of the Universal ones. And they had done this big thing about La Llorona. And they had done it a few years in a row. Maybe it wasn't Universal. Maybe it was independent. Anyway, they'd done this one a few times, and this one in particular, they really went all out with it to make it, really scary. So there was like, you'd be walking through, and there'd be like dead bodies floating in the water face down, and then you come around the corner, and there'd be like jump scares where La Llorona would like come out of the window at you or something like that, and things like that. And there's one part where it was like a giant La Llorona head, like eating a girl, and like
Whoa.
kind of like in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, sort of like that. This Freddy snake. It was kind of like that, but a giant La Llorona eating this girl.
So
And but anyway, this haunt I thought was really cool, and then there was like a behind the scenes walkthrough that they did of it with the guy who put it all together and everything, and he was taking you through all the showing all the details and stuff, and also telling the story and the legend that was based on. I was like, wow, that sounds really cool. I'm always fascinated by sort of what other cultures find scary and sort of what the other scary folklore is, and ghost
like the
stories.
hopping vampires, Jiangxi
Yeah,
from China. Those are
all that
crazy
stuff. I love it. So
Yeah.
this was the first I'd heard of this particular legend, so I'd always been curious about it. So I'm glad to see it's getting sort of a big budget, movie that will bring it to more attention. But and it's part of the Conjuring universe, so pretty cool.
Well, that was fun. I just mixed up my lubricant and my disinfectant, so I just have really slick hands now.
Excellent, very good.
My hands are very moist though, so there's that. There's that at least.
Oh, yeah,
Slick
it's-
They will be
well,
moist
it's
for a while.
lubricant. Yeah, it could kind of be moisturizer, sort of. Yeah.
Their bottles are right next to each other for some reason on my desk. Why are they right next to each other? Just because someday I want to accidentally jerk off with a disinfectant. Apparently, I'm gonna move that. Hold on, that's gonna have a new home over here in a different location. Jesus
That was the
Christ.
worst sandwich I ever had. And I was like,
Oh my God.
Okay, in an interview, where are we here? I got completely lost. Video game news. We got the first trailer. You sent this to me, I think, Garbage Gamer. We got the first trailer for Doctor Who: The Runaway VR game.
yep. And it looks, for people who have played VR, if you've played the Voltron game, it looks very much like that. That kind of just
Oh, okay.
more cartoony, more simplistic style, but
Yeah.
very smooth.
Yeah.
Things are very, it's like that bridge between reality and cartoon.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks really good. Very heavily story driven, obviously. You get to fly the TARDIS, so that's
Whee!
Oh.
What happens when I do this? Oh, into the sun.
Okay,
You know.
this is cool. Skybound announced Telltale's The Walking Dead: The Definitive Edition, which includes all 4 seasons, 400 days, and the Michonne miniseries, as well as tons of swag. Pre-orders are exclusive only through Skybound's official website. So no idea what the price.
Skybound's new model.
No idea what the price is on that, but sounds
Probably
like
gonna
a
be-
pretty good collection.
The swag, it's probably
I
like
would,
$100.
I would say, I was just going to say like $80 to $100
Probably
probably.
$100. Yeah.
I bet you 100,
You got to figure
120.
60 for it's going to be a full release title.
It'll be about $10 shipping, I bet.
That's a lot of stuff, though. I mean, that's 20 episodes just for the 4 seasons alone, and
Yep.
then 400
Yeah.
days is like 6 mini episodes. Michonne is
Plus
30
DLC,
episodes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. You're going to get plenty of gameplay for your buck.
Plus, you're going to get all the behind the scenes footage on disc, you know?
Bring-
Plus, we don't know what the swag is.
yeah, bring lots of hankies if you're gonna be playing
bet-
that much of the Walking Dead games.
That's what I would do. If I had this swag, I'd give a hanky out as a swag. That's what I would
would do. Box of tissues.
do. No, nothing disposable. Something reused.
Yeah.
So
It's
the
one of
next
these,
thing
it's one of
down here
these
I
with the
would
little
like to-
with the Walking Dead logo on it. Yeah.
I would like to discuss because I have a bit more information on this.
The
Uh,
next
plus
item.
the-
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, plus a few more things I want to add, not related, a few more news related things.
Okay.
Okay, so as it's stated here in an interview with Wired, Sony's Mark Cerny, the designer and creator of the PlayStation 4, revealed some specs and information on the PlayStation 5. Let's admit it's the PS5.
Yes.
It's coming.
He did flat out say that it will be supporting the previous generation at least. So it'll be fully backwards compatible with the PlayStation 4 titles since it's running PC-based architecture.
Nice.
Nice.
The beauty of how that works.
Yeah. Amazing. Eh.
And if it's using PC architecture, it's likely to also have PS1 support. To be fair, because
We don't have any solid information on anything past the PS4, but it seems pretty likely since they're playing the backwards compatibility card pretty heavy this time around.
Mhm.
So we're thinking we might get backwards compatibility all the way back to the PS1 and everything in between.
Oh,
If
that would
it
be
had
amazing.
backwards compatibility
Holy
with
shit.
the PS2, I'm
So-
instant buy because
Can you imagine?
know.
Can you imagine backwards compatibility with the PS2, but in the kind of way that they offer PS2 games now, i.e., up-rendered?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So to get into a bit of the nitty gritty of what he was talking about, let's see, where is it? I actually have.
And I
the
don't want to get a PS4. I'm just gonna get a PS5 then. If it's gonna at least be that, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I mean, he flat out went into talking about like the kind of CPU and GPU it's going to run and all that shit. I mean, they're talking AMD. They're sticking with AMD, running Ryzen's latest 7 nanometer micro processor.
None of us can talk today.
I know.
We've all done it. We all did something now.
Yeah, I know.
The
This set is
GPU is going to be running some AMD chip that we haven't even seen yet.
Nice.
And he apparently during this interview he brought out a developer kit for this new system.
That's actually a pretty big bold statement there
Yeah.
being AMD this generation, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, they went
Because-
AMD last generation.
I know, but it's like they had the whole new architecture though. That means like
Yeah.
they
This is the first
actually
time
think it's better
Ryzen-
than Intel. That's what
the
it
new
means.
Ryzen architecture will be implemented into a console.
They're not going to put anything into a console they don't think it's actually better. So that means they actually think those Ryzen chips are better, which is like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's now I'm going to consider that when I have to get an upgrade.
One of the big sections he talked about was he used a Red Dead Redemption 2 is how long it takes to load when you fast travel. Because it says last year's Red Redemption 2's clocked in at a horse choking 99 gigabytes for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
He goes, the longer it takes to do just about everything, loading screens can last minutes while the game pulls what it needs to find on the hard drive. He mentioned fast traveling can take upwards of 15 seconds for your character to disappear and then reappear in the fast travel location.
Yeah.
So during this interview, he pulled up a PS4 Pro, loaded up Red Redemption 2, and activated a fast travel. He did it also for Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man 2018 game.
Okay. I really need that game.
And he said for Spidey to reappear in a totally different spot in Manhattan took 15 seconds for it to elapse. So he loaded up the same game, the same disc, on the new development kit for this new system. The fast travel dropped from 15 seconds to 0.8.
Oh, wow.
And that was his demonstration of not only the fast processing, but also the new hybrid SSDs that these systems are going to be running.
I read this. He was talking about how they literally developed brand new like hard drives for this machine.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. These SSDs are going to be running the systems are not going to be available to
retail. They're not retail drives at all.
Interesting.
So
cool.
Which now I wonder, can I scout them out of PlayStations then?
So so according to Mark Cerny, like this thing is going to be fucking nuts.
Yeah. Sounds great.
I'm excited.
Really, I'm definitely interested, especially given some of the backwards compatibility possibilities.
I would get excited, but they did promise dual display ports on the PlayStation 3, and that never happened on the 3 or the 4.
Well,
yeah.
So
we'll see what happens.
You know, I'll never trust them again after they.
I
want a second monitor on my PlayStation.
As exciting, as amazing as this sounds, definitely take it at the moment with a grain of salt.
Well,
because
obviously.
we're not seeing this. We're still not going to see this system for another year and a half.
Yeah.
And they have to make sure those hard drives are cheap enough that they can deliver them.
Not anytime soon.
Hard drives, CPUs, everything. But it's still as expensive as consoles are. They still sell them at a loss, like for all the hardware that's under the hood and those things.
Oh yeah, it's the games that.
Those hard drives are likely on board. You're right, Seth Angel.
So that was the amazing stuff that was announced, or not announced, but it was talked about this week. The next thing here is, this is not on the list. This is stuff that I know of.
Yeah.
We got more games announced for the Sega Genesis Mini.
Okay. Yeah.
10 more games. So Stout will be happy about this. We got both Castle and World of Illusion.
Oh, nice.
Starring Mickey Mouse. We got Contra Hardcore.
Wow.
Earthworm Jim.
Nice.
Landstalker.
Hey, I love Landstalker.
Shinobi 3. Return of the Ninja Master. Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage 2. Super Fantasy Zone and Thunder Force 3.
Cool. Some good stuff.
This is looking up to be a pretty amazing list. of
It's
games.
impressive
Hey,
because
thanks
you
for
know,
the thanks for the follow, plain sick wit tit. What?
Plain sick with it.
Plain
Plain sick with it.
Plain
You
sick
know, like-
with it. Okay, got you. Word.
oh,
You're so white that
I
hurts.
know.
Oh, God.
Word to your
You shouldn't say
mother.
white. You're so unhip it hurts. I should
Yeah,
say.
I'm so unhip.
I already
it's
know
a-
I'm too unhip to actually say
I know.
that properly.
I'm so unhip. It's a wonder my bum doesn't fall off. Anyway.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
So the next one here, this one actually randomly showed up on my phone's little news feed.
Mm-hmm.
And I get these little things about emulators and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, the SNES emulator BSNES introduced a new feature called HD Mode 7,
What?
and it pretty much it takes the original Mode 7
Yeah.
and increases the resolution of it.
Okay. So the
So
original
What?
Super
it
NES
smooths
mode
it out
7,
and
yeah.
makes it, yeah. So it makes that Mode 7 look really, really sharp, and you can find some videos online on YouTube, and it looks really good. It's finally a filter that's added to an emulator that actually just isn't smoothing out the pixels.
Yeah.
It's actually just it's taking the original code from the Mode 7 graphics and just bumping the resolution up.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So
I need, how do I get this?
it's on
The newest edition?
SNES is 107.1 is the release.
Oh, good. It's on the website. It's
Yeah, yeah, and it's
which is
announced.
byuu.org. If anyone's curious.
Yeah.
Cool.
So last but not least here is there's a bit of controversy going around with Capcom's new Fight Stick, their
Really?
new home arcade that they're releasing here. Apparently, which I'm gonna debunk immediately, is which this is true. They have openly announced, it's on their website,
Yeah.
that they are using Final Burn Alpha as the emulator to run these games.
Okay.
So what everyone's up in arms about is everyone's up in arms saying that they cannot use Final Burn Alpha because it is a not-for-profit general public use emulator.
Okay.
You know, so they're saying that Capcom cannot take this and put it on their thing and sell it because it is not for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think. Here's what almost even big name YouTubers like Modern Vintage Gamer kind of missed this one, and I'm amazed since he's like the one that ported all this shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Final Burn Alpha back in 2016, I believe,
Yeah.
moved most of its code to the MAME GPL 2.0 code line.
Okay.
Now, there has been a new license agreement for that GPL 2.0, which allows for commercial use.
There you go. There it is.
So most of the code for Final Burn Alpha runs under MAME code, which is open for commercial use.
So
So
that's a
Capcom's totally within their legal right. Also, this is
Yeah.
my other little this is for an emulator, and this is also for an emulator that specifically was originally designed to run Capcom software.
yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Go to court to say they stole my illegal software? No, nah. So yeah, so there's nothing anyone can really do about it. They are totally within their right,
Yeah.
and people just need to shut up about
Well,
it.
and
'Cause that's-
Just like a dick.
Capcom aren't idiots. You don't think they have a team of lawyers who would have looked into the legality of using that emulation software before they okayed it? Come on.
yeah, and
So-
I know
Also,
that
it's turnabout's fair play. To be fair,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah. I mean, even if they didn't have the legal right to do this,
Mm-hmm.
they could easily just claim, "Well, this is software designed to run stolen software from us,
Yeah.
so we're just reclaiming it."
That's right.
That's all we're doing. So
So how
Thanks.
about you just chill out, people, and enjoy the stuff and have some fun
Yeah,
playing
pretty
some
much.
games.
and I'm actually happy that it's running Final Burn Alpha because
Yeah.
FBA is probably one of the best CPS1, CPS2 emulators on out there.
There you go. That's probably why Capcom
So
wanted it.
You're gonna get amazing
Jack
accuracy
got
and
super
really low
nerdy.
latency.
Okay, so we had a few
can we
notable.
less nerdiness? Less nerdiness.
Okay.
Bring back the nerd.
So we had a couple of unfortunate passings this week. We had Kazuhiko Kato, who is also known as Monkey Punch. Yes, the creator of Lupin the Third has left us. But yeah, so definitely a sad day there because Lupin the Third is a freaking legend of manga and especially anime, and not to mention Monkey Punch
Serious hard on for it. But
created
yes.
a lot of other stuff as well. I really wish that they would bring the Lupin the Third manga back into print here in North America. They only did one release of it as a series of books, and then that was it. We never got... I missed it when they came out. I've been kicking myself for 15 years since. I would
15 years,
love
damn.
for us to get it again, because I would love to read those. We also lost Kazuo Koike, who was the writer and creator, I believe, of Lone Wolf and Cub and Lady Snowblood. So I know that's one that, imagine Skinslip and I probably feel the worst about. Is good stuff.
Oh, that movie.
Both legends, both legendary stories who've had numerous adaptations. I remember Lone Wolf and Cub had quite a lengthy manga and quite a lengthy series of movies. Actually,
6 movies. To be fair.
6 movies. Yeah, there's a nice box set of them that
And I think there was a
Criterion put
TV
out.
show also, if not
I
mistaken.
think there was a TV show as well. Yeah, I
It
don't think there was
also
ever.
inspired-
I don't think there was ever an
Also-
anime. Funny enough. So
No, it was a live action TV show.
yeah, sorry, Stoud. What is that?
It also inspired a lot of notable.
Well, actually, yeah.
channels and stuff.
Like
Well,
Quentin Tarantino being the obvious one.
Lady Snowblood was a huge influence on Kill Bill, without question.
The end sequence of Kill Bill,
one of
yeah,
many,
that's
yeah.
Lady Snowblood, almost to a T.
Yeah. So pretty big loss there. And of course, we were talking about the Conjuring universe earlier. Lost Lorraine Warren this week, who was of course the female side of the Warrens. Lost her husband a few years ago, but of course she was a dramatized version of hers in the Conjuring. Well, both of them is in the was it Ed and Lorraine Warren
Yes, it
are
was.
in
Yep.
the Conjuring movies, but it's based
Highly
on
fictionalized. but
based
yes.
on their investigations over the years and stuff like that. Yeah, obviously highly fictionalized, dramatized, but yeah. So
Yeah.
Lorraine Warren, inspiration for the Conjuring film movies, is no longer with us.
And what's her name? Played Lorraine too. Really great actress.
Yeah,
What's her
she
name?
played Norma Bates in the
Yes!
Bates Motel.
Vera Farmiga. Vera Farmiga. That's
Yeah.
her name.
She's really good.
She is a great actress.
Yeah, she's
So
terrific.
good. I keep forgetting who she is because I keep remembering her fucking characters.
Remember her characters? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Indelibly so.
And then, of course, the Notre Dame Cathedral burst into flames this week, and it made all the news and headlines. Little bit of information here from Raptors says it was started. The construction was started in 1163 and completed in 1345. Suffered catastrophic damage from a massive fire this past Monday. The dual bell towers, however, are still standing. The beehives are okay as well, apparently.
The stained glass window is still
the
there
big
too.
stained glass window.
A
Which
good
is-
large amount of the art
yeah.
was saved
Yeah,
from the premises before there was even any danger. So
yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time it's caught fire.
The gold cross
Yeah.
was spared.
Yeah.
Therefore, there is a God. No, actually,
they do plan these things, though. I'm just
A-
saying, like, for these
actually,
things.
no, not therefore there is a God. Therefore, the burning temperature of gold is considerably higher than the burning temperature of wood, or the melting temperature. Sorry, so burning temperature, melting temperature, whatever. So, yes, there is a science.
There was also pouring water on it constantly, so
yeah,
its ambient temperature didn't get too hot.
yeah.
Big piece of metal.
Exactly.
I
So,
bet you it deformed a bit, though. I bet you there's definitely some deformation from the heat,
possibly, yeah.
but it still remains standing. And hey, if that's a enduring symbolism of your faith, then go for it, man.
Thank you, Rogue Nutter. Yeah, so it wasn't totally destroyed. A lot of the sort of iconic and important parts of it were saved, but obviously,
Man, it's still a tragedy.
obviously a lot of the structure was pretty severely damaged.
What's tragic is the large beams that held the structure up.
Yeah,
200-year-old oak beams or some shit.
yeah,
They don't make trees that big anymore. Those trees are long extinct.
yeah.
There's no way to replace the same architecture.
No, they won't. It would have to be some other
Yeah, so-
material.
Like those beams are like they'll probably reuse that wood in some other form of the to make some sort of memorial or whatever
Yeah,
on the premise, I imagine. But like
yeah,
those beams are irreplaceable. I mean, like that wood's actually irreplaceable. So it's like it's kind of there's a loss there, an actual engineering loss of materials, of rare materials. It's like it's just rarer than gold. that would, you know.
Well, Duncan
Anyway.
says apparently Macron is planning to have it repaired within 5 years, which is seen as very ambitious, but he wants it done ready for the Olympics. Okay, well.
Wow.
There we go.
Okay. Well, prepare for lots of human health violations. It's generally how you get things done quicker.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway,
And that is all the news that is fit to geek this week. And,
Yeah, and one of the chats talking about the discless Xbox One.
oh, yeah, that's the
Oh.
other one. Yeah.
I call it the sad edition.
The Sanity. Well,
it's a
cut-
disc.
It's so dumb.
Well, it's the
It's an
Xbox One
S
S,
out of
or the
hard-
Xbox
out of-
One S,
no,
right?
No!
So they're calling it the Xbox One Sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's just
is
all
it,
the
like,
only
how
difference.
expensive is it?
It's $250. It's the same fucking price as a 1S with a
Give it
drive.
to me for 150, and when you would have sold me on it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll buy it with no drive because I'll just
No
download my
sense.
games at that point for $150. Shit.
You know, people in the chat are saying, oh, I think it's great. It gives people options. I'm like, options for what?
What do you mean it
Right?
gives people options?
Okay, you can spend
Takes
the
options
same exact
away.
amount of money to get less or get more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What? You know,
that's ridiculous.
I mean, like they're gonna say, well, I'm only gonna buy my games digitally. Okay, why don't you just spend the $250 and get a 4K Blu-ray player on top of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Get something for free if you're already gonna spend $250 for
Yeah.
something without a fucking drive in it.
See, that
you
I
know?
didn't know that they were charging the same amount. Like, that is
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking
If it costs
highway
less, I'd be
robbery.
like,
It's ridiculous.
I might take it. I might take
Like,
it.
what
if it
is
costs
the
less.
incentive there?
Now,
Like,
see, now
there's
PlayStation
no
should
incentive.
counter back with a PlayStation 4 Mini, and it has no CD drive or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
also costs like $200 less.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, there you
oh,
go.
okay. That I can
Yeah,
at least play
exactly.
my old. I can play PlayStation Classics.
Like
I can
I
play
said earlier in the
PlayStation
chat,
4 game. You know.
we
one at a
don't
time.
need to help the gaming world go non-physical. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So pickups?
Yeah, I've got a few.
I have 4.
I've got 2 this week.
I have 6.
Holy shit! All right.
God.
1, 2, 3, 7,
Oh god.
11.
All right. Well, you find them while we look at stouts.
More
Stout,
than
what'd you
50.
get?
Well, I got a box of Dinosaurs Attack trading cards.
Oh right, you're all about the cards
from the
now.
80s. Yeah. Well, this is something I've been meaning to do for a while. I just never did it.
All right.
And
I'm getting some.
I
Dinosaurs
opened up
Attack.
all the packs I needed to, found the entire set,
Nice.
and
Oh, right.
there are 13 packs left, which are going to Skinslip because he asked me to sell them to him.
Sweet.
Because
Okay.
So you got the whole
I
set?
used to have that complete set. Because about 10 years ago, I bought a box, a sealed box of Dinosaur Attacks. And open it up, you get about a set and a half, 2 sets, in a box. So
So
I was like, hey, can you send me your extras? 'Cause,
13 packs unopened. Are you sending them your duplicates as well, like your duplicate
Yeah.
cards?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
I would need the duplicates. I might actually get close to a complete set too.
Oh, nice. I know you've been waiting for that one.
I already have it. I have the British version. Thank you, microwave. I have
Microwave. Oh, sorry.
I have the British Blu-ray of this,
Yeah.
and I didn't care. I was like, I still want the Criterion version.
Yeah.
Still want it.
I want that.
It's probably the same transfer and
also
everything.
want the Criterion.
Still want it.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Criterion has an exclusive booklet and probably some extras that are probably exclusive.
Welcome back,
Well,
Cass.
To be
Seven Angel goes microwave disapproves.
to be perfectly clear, the special features on this disc are pretty much the same special features as on the DVD
Okay.
Criterion. So
All right.
don't expect anything different. But those special features include a Q&A session with Jim Jarmusch, which I have seen, and it's pretty interesting.
It is. It's good.
Because it goes into more than just Night on Earth. It goes into some of his own movies as well.
Okay, that's cool.
A small career retrospective.
I got the
The Mercenary.
I need to get that. Wait, or did I get that
Oh,
one? I can't remember.
Franco
You
Nero.
did.
I did?
Part of
Okay.
it.
And
Yeah.
Jack Palance. Holy shit.
We did another order for.
Well, now I want that.
And,
It's a spaghetti western. It's by Sergio Corbucci.
yeah.
It's on the cover. It's great.
And
Uh-huh.
it has music from Ennio Morricone.
Oh, need.
I watched the trailer for it before buying it, and I was just like, this looks interesting. God, that music sounds familiar. I swear I've heard this somewhere before.
You could just ask me. I was
Then
like,
it comes
dude,
up with music by Ennio Morricone. I'm like, oh, okay.
write this name down. Sergio Corbucci. Anything he's ever done is 100% gold. He is an amazing director that not many people know of. Amazing director.
Speaking of Ennio Morricone, though,
I have that.
here's another
Face to face.
I bought that like 3 sales ago.
But they're not face to face on the cover.
I've seen that one on Amazon, and I was eyeballing it.
Then I got 10 Seconds to Hell because it looked pretty interesting.
Another Jack Palance.
Is that a Terrence Fisher film?
No, it's Robert Aldrich.
I sense you're just kind of on a Jack Palance kick, possibly randomly and unintentionally.
Yes, correct. Unintentionally and randomly.
Okay.
I got it mainly because it's Robert Aldrich.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a couple of his other movies, and he's a really good director.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
And then finally, I got not the... what's the movie that this is based on? That's clearly undeniable. The Fugitive. Not The Fugitive.
Uh-huh.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
Jeff Bridges? Oh, no, Ray Liotta, sorry.
All together now.
But if you watch the trailer...
Linda Fiorentino is the key to that film, by the way.
Okay.
If you watch the trailer, you'll see what I mean when I say this is The Fugitive. You know how in the 90s after The Fugitive came out, every mystery crime drama movie that came out after that was The Fugitive?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies.
I didn't kill my wife.
Like $7.
I don't
was
care.
like, cool.
Every movie, one of
And
the
this
main characters running around demanding his wife back.
Linda Fiorentino is in 2 kinds of movies: good movies and interesting movies. So,
Give me back my family.
so like, Linda Fiorentino's in it's either good or it's interesting. So,
yes.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Excellent. I'm moving the wrong mouse. Hold on. Garbage Gamer, I'd just like to say right off the bat, I have been staring at that game in the background there and thinking, wow, I really want to play that.
Oh. You can find it.
What is it?
What is-
Blazing something?
It's Blazing Star.
Blazing Star.
heard of it.
It's a
what's-
Neo Geo title.
It's a Neo Geo title. Oh, okay.
In other words,
Yeah, you can see my Neo Geo Mini running right here. It's running the game.
Oh, okay.
Is that
That's
unit or
what
is
it
that the same one that was problematic from before?
Say what?
That's
Is that the previous release unit or is that newer unit?
No, this is the original.
Oh, okay. Weren't there like issues with that one's graphics?
No.
No, it's just people being bitchy.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I'm actually really impressed, like, by all the 3D-ness in there, like, and like.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, if
anime
you're actually in
clips and
person
stuff.
looking at it, it's pretty compressed, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's full motion video.
that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
In a Neo Geo game, like, holy shit.
I will warn you though, if you do decide to play it,
Mhm.
get used to the word bonus.
Bonus. Okay.
Bonus!
Yeah.
Bonus!
Every time you pick up anything, so like the first 5 seconds of the game, you'll hear bonus, 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 and it's just like
And you kill a slew of enemies. Bonus. You're
Well,
like, oh my
watching
god.
it looked very reminiscent of R-Type from what I was seeing there. Just kind of the pickups and stuff. And
yeah. There's another name for this game. There's like an earlier version of it.
Mhm.
You might have heard of it. It's called Pulsar.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
This is the later release called Blazing Star.
Never heard of it. Never heard either of them.
Yeah,
But
now I'm
that looks very R-Type like.
I love shooters. So.
Yeah, so do I. That's why I was like,
Oh
yes.
yeah. Yeah, I normally right now it's Alien versus Predator, but I normally leave a game like this running on a demo loop on my cabinet because
Nice.
it's very pretty.
It
it's-
is.
It's very fun to
pretty.
watch. It's fun to
it's
just stare at.
pretty.
Can confirm it's pretty.
Yes.
All right, so
Alright, cool. So what'd you get?
so the first pickup I got here is a THQ Nordic game for the Nintendo Switch.
THQ.
Picked up Sign Mora EX.
I have heard of that.
Never heard of
Speaking of side-scrolling shooters, this is a side-scrolling shooter with a time mechanic
Ah.
where you have to kill enemies to keep the time going so you could stay alive.
Oh, that's
okay.
cool.
Yeah, I've played some like that.
And it's one of those, the 2.5D kind of, so it's like I got really pretty 3D graphics that kind of just morph and move.
Yeah.
And I actually originally played this on the Ouya back in the day.
Okay.
So this is one of those mobile games that got a official release by THQ Nordic when it got graphically upgraded, and now it's an amazing side-scrolling shooter.
Oh, nice.
Definitely, and it's not very expensive. I think this version was like $20. So,
Nice.
and it has a PS4 release and a PS3 release, and so yeah, that's all over the place. So that was actually the only game I got.
Okay.
I
Wow.
got three.
Shocking.
I got two sort of movies and a TV show here. So the first one here we got Mortal Kombat.
Mortal
Nice.
Kombat.
I've had this
Excellent.
thing on my wish list on Amazon for the longest time, and it actually finally dropped to $5.
Well, that's a good price.
So I'm like,
Wow.
yes, I'll pick that up for $5.
I have the triple pack that has Mortal Kombat, everybody's favorite sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is just amazing, and
all
the
worst
first Mortal Kombat Legacy does not have the second one. I still need the second one. But yeah.
So the next one I picked up, so I kind of said sorta because it's technically 3 movies in one. It's a triple pack. It's the Stanley Kubrick triple pack.
Mm-hmm.
It has 2001: A Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, and The Shining.
I have the same
Fucking
one.
A.
Yeah,
So do we both get the same thing?
exactly the same. I got mine
Again.
ages ago, but not like. But
Oh, yeah.
I have it. Yeah.
This one again has been sitting on my Amazon wish list for literally like 3 years at
Oh,
this
it's a
point.
good bargain for. I mean, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
3 fantastic movies.
$12.
So just for some reason I kept forgetting it was there. So I finally I'm like, oh, I remember. So,
It's pretty cheap. It was like $12, you said.
Yeah,
yeah, it was
$4.
like it was like 10, $12. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely worth it. It's worth it for me personally for The Shining in 2001.
It's probably like $17 in
Yeah.
Canada.
I've actually only ever seen Clockwork Orange once, and it scarred me.
Good fucking movie,
I've
but
seen it a
yeah.
couple of times. I actually picked up the book, like the original book. I want to read it before I watch the movie again.
Oh, nice.
But yeah.
It looks
But
really
yeah, I
good.
definitely want to watch through A Clockwork Orange again with more adult eyes.
Yes, I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Friends, so you're not so scarred.
It's very
Yeah.
disturbing and
Open
very,
old wound.
You know, a lot of social commentary in there.
So the last one here I picked up, I buy a lot of these Funimation save DVDs and Blu-rays because they're just such amazing deals.
Oh yeah, they are.
This one is for
Casher.
Casher and Sins.
Yes.
And I've actually have not seen the show all the way through. I've actually only seen a couple episodes of it,
I've
so I don't
heard-
know anything about it really.
I've heard it's good.
There's a live action movie that's just fucking awesome, like balls out crazy action, good stuff.
I've just been staring at this box for a while. I love the art style on this because it goes from like fully drawn up here all the way down to just like simple pencil drawings.
Actually, I have to correct your pronunciation. It's Case-Worn Sign.
Oh, shut up. Just
Case-Worn
shut up.
Sign.
Oh, by the way, John, did you ever look at that commercial I sent you?
Whatever, Stout. Just go and watch some movies.
Unbelievable. This guy says he's a Star Wars fan, but he doesn't even have the Ewok movies.
And Stout,
Those
according
are
to your
the best
PlayStation,
ones.
it's a Clockwork
How
Orange.
can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original Ewok movies?
So,
Thank you, JL.
I would say, but yeah, did you watch that commercial that I sent you?
Commercial. When?
It was like a couple days ago. I sent it to you while you were live streaming. You're like, I can't watch that. I'm live streaming.
Oh,
Everyone got
right.
it.
No, I don't think. I think I forgot.
I was
about
laughing
it.
my ass off.
I think I
Get that
forgot.
thing I sent you?
It was
Yeah.
literally just a.
Did
It
you?
was a commercial that had the dude in it,
Oh, okay.
and it's the Stella Artois commercial, the beer commercial,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like there, everyone's walking in going, "Oh, I have a Stella Artois," and stuff like that, and then the dude walks in, he goes, "Hey, I'll have a Stellar Artos, please." And it's just great because he's older, obviously kind of hunched over, but he's the dude.
Yeah.
And he walks in. The guy who walks in, he goes White Russian. He goes, nah. And that's when he goes, I'll have a Stellar Artos.
A Stellar Artos.
I'm like, you would like that. You still need to watch it. It's actually pretty funny. It's one of those that's gonna go down in history as one of the more funny commercials, I guess.
Most amusing.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Was that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. Hold
Mortal
on
Kombat,
a
the
second
shit in
here. And Cass, what'd you get?
No pickups this week.
Okay. Brandon, Skinslip, what'd you get? Did you find everything? You seem to be looking all over your room for your pickups earlier.
Display and relay. So yeah, I had 2 pickups. So shit.
Oops.
I put away a bunch of stuff too, which is just gonna have to live there where it is. Oh, I had one last thing I'll grab at the end. Okay. So I got a care package from my friend Aaron. His name's Quandary Man, like a quandary.
Yes.
Quandary Man on Twitter. He does all these things like Friday nights. He has a thing called Gaping Head Wound Playhouse, which is I think that's the name title. And he has another one called Space Ape Cinema, which are both Twitter watch-along games. So like you watch this weird movie with him and all his other friends, and they basically riff track style all over it while you watch it.
Right. Okay.
But it's on Twitter, so no one's actually talking. You can make the haha, I get the joke now.
Yeah.
Because I saw that 5 minutes ago. Where you know what I mean? Like that's the idea. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, long-winded explanation. So he sent me I had been buying toys through him because he has a Walmart that has things. Because the toy aisles are bare in here usually. So I've been buying a bunch of crap from him. So I got some new Mad Balls. These are first editions.
Oh right, yeah. Oh nice, yeah.
I really love the details in these guys. And then next we got Wind Charger.
Oh yes, I saw you post these before.
Shrapnel. I'm trying not to drop him out. Yeah, Shrapnel.
Now, question. Another rename, it seems, because that used to be Shrapnel.
Yes.
So what was the reason for this? I know the reason for slag.
But shrapnel in connotations of IEDs and thus terrorists and bad imagery. So scrapnel is like he's going after scrap.
Okay. All right.
It is what it is. Anyway, I have a affinity for the Insecticons, and I'll show you in a minute why, because it's part of my.
Yes.
And then we got Cosmos.
Nice.
And Beachcomber.
Beachcomber. I love Beachcomber.
Spray, and these are all modern figures. This line, the alt modes look okay, but their robot modes look really close to the cartoon.
Yeah.
So that's why I have all these displayed in robot mode.
Yeah, very nice.
Now I will show you the rest of the toys that are up here. So up here, George.
Oh yeah.
Ralph and larger George.
Holy crap, that's a huge George.
Yeah, he's like 50.
Nice.
Oh, I still need Skull Island Kong,
From
which is
Rampage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mentioned Insecticons because I had these third-party Insecticons over here in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I kept and then I had the alternate color Insecticons back here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just display this guy standing with these guys because he looks better. Anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Very nice.
I will love him and hug him, and I will call him George.
I hate real insects, but I love the Insecticons. It's weird. All right.
I know you've always loved the Insecticons. I remember.
Next, we got a new release from AGFA and Bleeding Skull. This slasher film called Blood Lake.
Ooh.
Serious slash. It's shot on video.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most fascinating and stupefying shot-on-video slasher that has ever escaped from 1987. And there's a supernatural killer on the loose who wears cowboy boots and a silk shirt with a rose stitched on it. And it's made by real-life Oklahoma friends while they were on vacation, of all things.
Uh-huh.
They rented a camera and made a horror film while on vacation.
Okay.
I'm like, I need to see that. I need that. Okay.
That's kind of like in the summer of 1988, I was on vacation and made a horror film.
Has it ever been released?
No. It's only half an hour long.
Then shut your pipe.
But
So what? You should on YouTube.
no, because of the other people involved.
Can't wait, but you can blur people's faces out now.
Well, I suppose I could.
That'd be an interesting, creepy
But
level.
you got to remember, Brandon, that
Blurred
takes
Face
effort.
is the movie.
Oh, dude, wait. Just wait a few more years. You'll be able to deep fake other people's faces, and we can like replace their faces with our
Oh,
faces.
God.
and
Put
say
your
lines.
faces in.
Like I'll just do that. I'll deliver the line that they've said in the video.
There you go.
Oh, Sean, you're such a you're such a kidder.
It'll
Yeah.
look so terrible and amazing at the same time.
Yeah, in a few years when deep faking becomes like a really easy thing to do, and just like a plug-in for
There you
your video program, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make. Next, I didn't pay for this. My dad bought this, and he keeps the digitals and gives me the physicals. He does it because he's nice.
That works.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Goosebumps 2, yay, with a slipcover, hooray!
Sweet.
And then I backed on Indiegogo last year a movie called Robot Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my rewards today. So we got the comic book,
Oh, nice.
which is, okay, this page is safe. Really, really, really good art. I love the art in this, actually.
Oh, yeah. That's really nice.
Dumbfounded. Wow, I did not expect that. And it comes with a poster, and I will now reveal to you precisely why I backed this movie. Are you ready for this poster?
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
What the fuck?
That's awesome.
That look response is exactly like, okay.
Oh,
So-
look, it's Lord Zed.
It does look like Lord Zed.
Here's the Blu-ray with signed by the director, who's the one
Oh.
who. By the way, the director works in the business as like a sound editor and like film restoration guy,
Nice.
and so he took original negatives or 1-inch video. Can't remember which. No, this is negatives. Original. Oh my god. Okay, painstakingly restored from a 2K film scan. The original 16mm A and B cut negatives with dynamic new 5.1 surround sound that he mixed himself. By the way.
Nice.
It's amazing. He also has the VHS cut because this is a director cut, the Lucasfilm director's cut, but he
Mhm.
also includes the VHS cut, which is the original cut, but it's from the 1H when it's from the 1-inch masters.
Right. So it's standard
High,
def.
it's like high
Yeah.
quality it can be.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, I just look at this fucking cover. I mean, look at it.
That's great.
Look at it.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm so fucking sold on this fucking movie. So yeah. And I'm probably gonna cover it on Psychotronic Coast to Coast. But that's it. That's all I got. That's everything.
Very
Bunch
cool.
of- I bought one movie last year and one movie this year.
Yeah. I only have 2 items this week. Basically just kind of keeping up to date on some of the DC animated stuff. So I got Justice League versus the Fatal 5 with the slipcover. Just kind of show the bumpiness there. Just the same artwork underneath. But I like the slipcovers because they're all embossed and pretty and stuff. So
I need to get that one still.
this is cool. It also includes where is it here? Sneak preview at DC Universe's next animated movie, which is Batman Hush, the one we've been waiting for. So that's the next one coming out. Don't know when the release date is on that. Hopefully, I'm assuming sometime this year.
This year at some point.
So
Summer.
yeah, probably summer. So might be including that one in the summer of Batman if it comes out.
To clarify, I didn't
in time.
get all these toys for free. I paid for these last year, and then I just finally got them shipped to me. So
Yeah.
he was just helping me. out, but-
And then, of course, Skinslip and I have been watching the Filmation Batman shows, and also kind of tracking down some of the other Filmation shows. So when I was over at Best Buy, I guess they got a pile of these to tie into the recent movie. They had the Filmation Aquaman cartoon
Nice.
DVD set there, so I grabbed that.
you showed this before. And I was like, what the fuck? You already showed this. Oh, no, you showed this earlier in the week to me.
2-disc set there. Which I find interesting. The first disc is labeled Aquaman and Friends, because I guess it was released on its own as Aquaman and Friends.
Yep.
And the
In
second
2 volumes.
the second disc is just Aquaman Complete Collection disc 2. It's like completely different disc art on both.
Yeah,
of
they
them.
released the first volume, and then that would never release the second volume, and then you get that. Then there's 2 different releases of the complete series.
Yeah. So
That's-
so there you go. So that's it. Just those 2. Couple of additions to the DC Comics collection.
Don't fucking
fall,
you fuck. Okay.
Not a lot of money to spare, so I have to be selective about what I get, basically. So.
Hey.
So it's just a matter of not wanting to fall behind on the DC animated movies, and well, Aquaman just happened to be there, and of course, you know me and Filmation, I'll get anything Filmation. So
It was cheap. Don't forget.
and it was cheap, yeah, definitely because it was cheap.
Certainly
But,
nothing wrong with that.
Exactly, and that is it for the pickups. So there you go.
All right.
So I've been playing a lot of Batman, doing a lot of Batman stuff, and been playing Batman Arkham Asylum for the first time. So Summer of Batman begins in a couple of weeks, starting with the Telltale games. First one week, and the second one the next week, and then after that will be the Arkham Asylum games, which are probably going to stretch throughout most of the summer. I haven't figured out how many episodes I'm going to chop them up into yet. But I've just about finished the first one, and then I'm going to be diving pretty much straight into the next one. Then on top of
Are you
that,
doing them in chronological? Are you doing them like Night City or Asylum City Origins Night? Is that how you're? That's okay. I didn't know if you're doing Origins at the end or in the
I'm
middle.
doing them by release date, basically.
Okay.
So then we see how the series evolved as it.
Someone's going to ask that, so I just
Yeah, no, I know that there's a story continuity order you can go in, or you can go by release date. I usually just go by release date in those cases. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. The 70s Batman Filmation packaging is confusing. Batman appears alone, then with Tarzan, etc. What? What are you talking about? Well, the 70s Batman cartoons were originally paired up with other Filmation, like DC superheroes. So that it was like the Batman Superman hour. And
there's also the Tarzan Super 7.
And
right,
then
exactly.
there was also Tarzan and the Super 7, which I think Batman might have been lumped in with at one point. Super 7 is a Filmation creation with sort of some of their superheroes. Tarzan is, of course, Tarzan. They also had Tarzan lumped in with Lone Ranger and Zorro for a while. It was like the Zorro Lone Ranger Tarzan hour or something. But Filmation
that'd actually be okay. I want those released. I'd like those cartoons. Honestly.
They have them. They released them all except for the last season of Tarzan.
But they're out of print now. So
they are out of print now. Yes.
That's why I'm like, I'd like to get Mill Creek, or maybe a budget release.
I don't know if they re-released any of them, but BCI put out the full sets of Lone Ranger and Zorro. They wanted to do Tarzan, but they couldn't get the rights, so it was released by another company a few years later. From really janky film prints, but hey, I'll take whatever we can get. I mean, something's better than nothing. Yeah,
right. Unfortunate,
but it was basically just a straight up transfer of the 16mm film prints, no restoration or cleanup whatsoever. And but that was it. I was cool with that because I was just glad to be getting Tarzan. But then the first
not DNR'd to death,
I guess the first volume didn't sell very well because they never released the rest of it. So there's about half the series that has yet to be released in any form. No, Max Fleischer was not involved with any of that. I think he was long dead by the time those came out. But
and the studio wasn't involved either.
No, the thing that was notable about Superman, the 1967 one, was it was the first animated Superman since the Max and Dave Fleischer ones, and it was also the first animated Superman on television. Actually, the first Superman of any kind on television since the 50s live-action series. So yeah, it was kind of a big deal when that came out. And Filmation was so lucky to get the contract for that, too. I mean, that basically made their studio.
Fell on their lap. Can you do it for this? Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Legend was born.
Yeah, exactly. We can totally do it for that amount of money. And then Disney execs leave. Okay, how the hell are we going to do this for that amount of money? I don't know, but we're going to figure it out because we want to keep this contract.
It's not about this contract. It's about the next one, you see.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, and obviously DC liked what they saw because then they gave them Batman and a bunch of their other superheroes, and that's how.
For years, they did stuff with them. So.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys some of my favorite cards. 3 of my favorite cards from this Dinosaurs Attack set.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I want to tell you mine.
Out there.
If you don't pick it, go ahead.
You'll probably see it. But yes, just so you guys out there who don't know what it is can tell. Prepare for some gruesome but apparently kid-friendly stuff. So here's one of the cards
That was awesome.
where a general gets completely stomped to death by a dinosaur, and you can see like his spinal cord and everything. It's pretty, and there are rats in the background, by the way.
They're not real dinosaurs. They're international beings that are dinosaurs. So even the herbivore-looking ones had teeth that are murdering people because they're eating people.
Next up, we have dinosaurs at a rock concert.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good.
And like a rock band is trying to stop the dinosaurs.
I really wish
And
that
finally,
would focus.
the one I think that Brandon was probably referring to.
Nope.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
Wrestling Riot.
Wrestling Riot.
I believe it's card 16.
They're literally wrestling a dinosaur into submission.
There's a comic convention one.
Yeah, that's 35 or 36. But
Okay, there's a 6 involved at least. But no, there's also one with, I think it's something with a schoolyard, and there's a kid shooting a rocket launcher. Like a 10-year-old firing a rocket launcher. That's my other favorite part.
But I love what the comic one, because it says Comics Con Convention.
Yes.
Comics Con. Like the Bat's Cave.
Exactly.
I'm guessing that's from the same people who did Mars Attacks, because it seems very similar.
There are 3 series. There's Mars Attacks, there's Dinosaurs Attacks, and there's a Civil War card set.
Oh, okay.
And there's the 3 cards that they did. Basically, those are the 3 notable sets they did.
And they're all like brutally violent and horrifying.
Yep. Yeah. Like famous battles of the Civil War or something like that, and it's all horrifically gruesome.
Yes.
Death scenes like that.
My one disappointment with the Mars Attacks movie was they turned it into a farce instead of having it like disturbing and gruesome and twisted.
I wonder how
good
studio.
It is. It's fun and it's funny. I think the ending's a little weak, but it has some funny moments
studio
in it.
meddling 100%.
Yeah, probably.
That ending 100% was not a Tim Burton ending.
No.
It doesn't make any sense. It's not something he would normally do.
No.
Worm Disease. What I have to say is, if you look into the Mars Attacks, what I will say about the Dinosaurs Attack set, I got this box for $20. You can get an entire box full of packs.
It's probably about twice as much in England, just because it's got to go over an ocean. But
yeah.
But yeah, he's basically gonna give me his duplicates. I'm gonna and unopened packs. I'm gonna crack those packs obviously until I get a complete set, and then I'm gonna just buy packs one pack at a time or 1 or 2 packs at a time until I complete it.
Nice.
Because I want a complete set again.
Get the complete set.
I remember when I opened my box, it was 2 complete sets. Like it was 2 complete sets and like 10 extra cards or some shit.
Wow.
But so it's gonna be close. If it's not a complete set, it'll probably be most of the set.
Yeah.
So.
There's gonna be like 1 card missing. I'm like, son of a bitch.
But there are sellers on eBay selling 1 card, so
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I loved how unashamedly gruesome those were. Like I remember seeing a bunch of the Mars Attacks ones and how they were all controversial when they came out and stuff. But there's so.
There's a wonderful reprint set for that too.
That what?
There's a wonderful Mars Attack reprint set since the original cards are obscene because they're short run and recalled and all this other shit. So original Mars Attack cards are obscenely expensive, but they're reprinted with changes to like the borders to make sure you can tell the difference between a reprint and original.
But the artwork's all the same.
Art's the same.
Yeah.
I want a reprint set. Super bad.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
Mystic says to anyone who has seen Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel, which is the better movie, in your opinion?
Ooh.
I know, right? It's like they're both really good. I don't know.
Captain Marvel. I'm gonna say Captain Marvel, but just by a hair. Just by a hair.
Yeah, I would probably go that way too. Like,
I
think they're both 8 out of 10. It's just like, which one do I prefer more? Captain Marvel.
It's the one I want to rewatch sooner. I really want to rewatch.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up waiting for the Blu-ray on that, but yeah, definitely want to see.
Hey, Sean, you should definitely wait till the end credits because there's a scene for sure.
Oh, really? You think
Spoilers.
So? I'll tell you that. Make sure you stay till the end credits. Who doesn't stay for the end credits for movies?
Idiots.
Especially for.
I don't know about idiots.
Oh no, they're idiots.
Definitely.
You really need to pee.
You need to be, but then you
Okay.
go back in.
I have walked back in after going pee.
You don't just leave.
I've walked back in and not missed a single of the extra scenes before. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, woo!
I remember having a girlfriend who just didn't quite get it. So we went to see The Matrix Reloaded, which of course has a post-credits scene. At least I think the later releases had a post-credits scene, which was a preview of the third one. So we waited, and you know, and we're just kind of chatting during the credits, and then the you know the credits end and the scene's about to begin. So I just kind of like just tried to gently cut her off. It's like, okay, here it is. And then she's just like staring at me, mouth agape, like, how dare you tell me to stop talking? And she just
Lady,
like,
you're talking during the movie.
she's like looking at me for a full 30 seconds, like just completely disgusted. I'm thinking, okay, can you stop staring at me and look at the screen? Like, this is kind of what we've been waiting for. You know, it's not a long clip. If you keep staring at me in rage, you're going to miss it. So she went and looked, and I'm there. Okay, cool. So anyway, what were you saying? Never mind.
Whatever.
And
I'm like,
she
okay.
just didn't want to talk anymore. So
When someone is like, oh, never mind. Okay.
yeah. But it's just
That's your
the
problem
whole
now.
thing, like, she just didn't get, like, the whole nerd culture thing and staying after the credits and, like, okay, the scene's going, just shut the fuck up for, like, 2 minutes while this scene plays, then we'll continue the conversation afterwards. I mean...
I'm ever thankful that nerd culture has conditioned people to stay for credits, but I was doing it before there was guarantees of end credit sequences because
Yeah, so did I.
it's respectful to the people who just made this piece of entertainment for me. It's the least I can do
Well,
is sit till the fucking lights come up. You
I
know
would
what I mean?
do that for...
Unless I have time.
I would do that out of respect and also to hear what kind of music they had over the end titles.
And look, if you got kids and you got to run home for the babysitter, I get it. You know, there's exceptions to all the rules. I'm just saying, like, if you have no obligations, shame on you. That's it. Shame on you for not being respectful for the artists who entertained you for the last 2 hours and some change.
So yeah, Princely said
Yeah.
maybe you were rude. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot of room for
Who was
politeness.
more
I
rude?
mean, I tried to lead into it because I knew how long the titles were and when they were ending. So I was trying to get her to kind of wrap things up and get ready for the scene. But you know, I mean, the general rule of thumb there is you know, you chat through the end credits. When the scene comes on, you immediately stop talking, you watch the scene, then you resume the conversation after the scene. I mean,
Or talk about the scene.
or
Yeah.
talk about the scene, or whatever, you know. I mean, it's pretty simple protocol, and I tried to
And
explain
I think
this.
that's
Look,
polite.
it's
to be
not
like-
rocket surgery, guys.
It's not
Jesus.
rocket surgery, that's right.
It's polite if after the fact you're like, okay, so what were you saying? So like you're not trying to completely
I
Yeah,
wasn't trying to.
cut
And
them
that's
off and
what I
not let them
did.
speak.
but
Yeah.
she was so disgusted that I ever, like, had the audacity
Well,
to,
Sean,
There
to
you
want her to
dang
not talk
producer.
through the scene. We just waited through literally 10 minutes of credits for her. There was a lot of credits in The Matrix Reloaded.
we have a term for that. It's called not girlfriend material.
Yeah, well, yeah, needless to say, it didn't last. It didn't last.
It's rude. I mean, that's rude, guy.
That
Like,
was
I'm
only,
sorry.
That was only one of many things in which we did not click. But,
Like, I'm a chatty Kathy. I'll talk through the fucking movie, but my eyes are on the screen,
yeah,
and if I might say what a few times
yeah,
because I'm paying attention to the movie mostly. You know.
yeah, exactly. All right.
Anyway,
Well, I think, did we cover everything? We done?
Yeah, I think we
we
did.
cover all the news?
Good,
I
so
guess
we
so.
get back to Batman.
Oh,
You
you got,
love that Batman game.
you got that itch.
Batman.
That's right. And you gotta get ready for bed, young lady.
Ooh, it's almost midnight.
Ugh.
Hey, it's holiday though. She's allowed to stay up late.
It's
okay.
a holiday weekend, so Rosie's getting to stay up a little later this week.
Yeah.
Well, tonight anyway, but back to normal tomorrow. Alrighty, folks. Well, those of you watching on YouTube, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Those of you watching on Twitch, stick around for some more Batman. I'm determined to finish Arkham Asylum tonight, and then beyond that, we'll see what happens. Alrighty.
Batman, where did you say he would go? I'm sorry, I went to the Batman song from Jada.
Thanks for joining us through this week's madness of geekosity, and we'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.
Penis.
You were focused on me that whole time.
At least it wasn't focused on me. I kept picking my nose.
Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, miércoles, jueves,